Are we here? Are we alive? Are you here? Am I here? Are we actually here? Is Elden Ring here? Let's get some game audio. Oh, well, give it a moment. The music will start blaring in just a second. But before then, hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world. Hi, and welcome back to Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring. Shattered by someone or something. Don't tell me you don't see it. Look up at the sky. It burns. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I remember that from the reveal trailer of Elden Ring. It's so iconic, the narrator doing that whole thing. Yeah, welcome into stream, everyone. It's so lovely to see you all around. Hope you're all doing alright. Hello to Lumi, hello to Soroka, hello to Crusader, and hello to any lurkers, VOD watchers. Hope you're all doing lovely. I am doing pretty good, all things considered. I had a pretty chill day. I feel well rested. I feel excited to play Elden Ring. I'm just excited to be here. So, I guess we'll just boot up our save file. We'll talk a little bit about, like, stuff that we've done, where we're up to, and all of that, and then we will continue on, and hopefully we will be finishing Leyndell today, the Legacy Dungeon, Leyndell Royal Capital. I'm really, really excited. So let's boot up our save file. And we should spawn in here at the Erdtree Sanctuary. There we go, here we are. And Moon, hi, thank you so much for the 16 months. Oh my goodness, I gotta get you shoutouts, darling. Oh my god, 3 lesbians in a winter special? That's an awesome category. And a special Moon shout out for you as well. Thank you so much for being here, darling. 16 months of you being my sub. Enjoy Elden Ring starring a random golden projection of Godfrey. Yes, we defeated Piss Godfrey, as I'm now calling him, or Goldfree. We defeated Goldfree last time on our first attempt, and we're here at the Erdtree Sanctuary now. So yeah, let's go over what happened last time before we make any more progress. So we did a bunch of exploration here in Leyndell. We defeated Piss Godfrey. We used Law of Regression on the statue of Radagon in order to progress Corrin and Goldmask's questline. And yes, I can say it, I finally know that Radagon is Marika. They are the same person, or like 2 sides of one hull, essentially. So that brings up a lot of very, very interesting questions when it comes to the lore of Elden Ring. I'm really, really excited for it. I will also quickly address that last time, especially near the end of the stream, I wasn't feeling too well. I'm going to be fully honest with you all. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of you, who watched the VOD or was there, you saw that, you heard that. I wasn't doing too well. I just got really emotionally volatile and upset about not only my own, like, disability and, ability to process information and whatnot, but there was a chatter going off about how they have 24 spiders in their bedroom or whatever, and that chatter's banned now. I'm sorry to that chatter. You weren't breaking any rules per se, but generally, I ask that people pass a vibe check to stay in this chat. And when we're doing one of the most important things in Elden Ring, a massive lore reveal, and someone comes in and they're just like going off topic, please. I want to stay on topic for Elden Ring. Hey, thank you so much, The Hidden Donut. Thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Hope you had a wonderful time with your stream. We're just getting started here, just talking about all stuff that we did last time. Hope you had a wonderful time with Elden Ring. Oh my goodness, same category. And let me get this last shout out there. If you're not following The Hidden Donut already, please go check them out with the follow button at the top of chat and also the link in chat. It's really, really lovely to see you around. And also welcome in Bugs Bunny. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we're just getting started. We're just going over lore stuff that we uncovered last time, talking a little bit how I wasn't feeling too hot near the end of my last Elden Ring stream, but I'm feeling so much better now, and I'm really, really hyped to progress through the rest of the Lingdell dungeon here, because I have a gut feeling that we're near the end of it, considering that the Erdtree is literally right within our view there. It is right there. We can go to the foot of the Erdtree any second now. And I'm sure a lot of plot things will happen there. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate it. If you go to Raid and Run, that's totally understandable. If you go to Raid and Lurk, understandable as well. Thank you so much for trusting your community with me regardless. I really, really do appreciate it. And just a quick intro here in case you're new to my channel. Hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Knight VTuber, and I do playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes and story-driven games and a whole bunch of other things. Basically, whatever I'm in the mood for. But I do like to keep things varied here. And we are here with a blind 100% all bosses playthrough of Elden Ring, including the critically acclaimed Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Before anyone asks, this is not my first Souls-like. I played through the Dark Souls trilogy across 2023 and 2024, and I made a promise to my community that I would play through all of Elden Ring, as I just described, after Dark Souls. And here we are. We're exploring Lingdell, and yes, as I said, I think we're near the end of it. So yes, do be warned of spoilers here. Like, I'm gonna discuss some spoilers in just a second for lore stuff. So if you don't want to hear any of that, then, you know, here's your chance to run away, because the way I play Souls games, I like to really pay attention to the lore and story. I read all of the item descriptions. We've been doing all of the quest lines here in Elden Ring. I've got a spoiler-free guide up on the side that basically tells you how to do every single quest line, because normally I'm content with, you know, messing up a couple of quest lines in Souls games and then replaying them to do them properly, but nah. I want to do everything there is to do, aside from mutually exclusive questline stuff, in this playthrough of Elden Ring. This is the most thorough playthrough you could possibly get for a first playthrough, so just to temper your expectations. Thank you so much for being here again. Anyway, so we were just talking about how last time we casted Law of Regression on the Radagon statue, and we uncovered that Radagon is Marika, and that blew my fucking mind. That changed everything. I'm like, oh, who's this Radagon dick? Like, this Radagon person's so mysterious. I wonder who they are. You know, why did they leave... Why did they leave Renala to be with Marika? It's because Radagon is Marika! They're two sides of the same hall, is my interpretation. So there's a lot going on. And my wife and partner here, Moon, is saying that means Renala and Marika were roommates. Yeah, they had some lesbian sex. It was awesome. Moon says that, yeah, we had a chat, it was very stern about spiders. Don't, you know, want to go into the details. So excited to see how you progress through this. That's my favorite thing I literally was talking about today. I love speculating on lore and listening to people speculate. Well, you are literally in the perfect stream for that. This stream is 90% lore, 10% actually making progress in the game. Crusader says, I try to pay attention to as much lore as I can as I'm playing, but neurodivergency hit different. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Which is why I'm here to explain the lore to you as I play through the game. Yeah, Moon says she does accidentally explaining lore to me in DMs and stuff I'm unclear about. Yeah, I am basically studying to become a lore expert in Elden Ring, because I'm a lore expert on Dark Souls. I could tell you the entire story and lore of Dark Souls without having to, like, look up anything or watch any YouTube videos. I could tell you everything there is to possibly know. I am becoming that, but with Elden Ring. Also, hi Lena, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing amazing. Crusader says, I saved the lore for watching massive YouTube videos afterwards, and that's totally fair. And we're currently reviewing your diversity hires status now. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. That's so lovely to see you all around. Yeah, so basically, yeah, last time We explored a bunch of Leyndell here. We defeated Piss Godfrey, or Goldfrey. That was the biggest jump scare of my life. I can't believe a projection of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, just kind of showed up. We defeated him first try, like, no worries. And yes, now it looks like all we have to do is just go to the foot of the Erdtree there, so I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen. And yes, I was going off about how I was feeling a little bit bad last time due to disability, and, you know, there's just some chatters and stuff who are kind of ruining the vibe for me. Because when I play Elden Ring here on stream, I'm locked in on Elden Ring. I don't mind a little bit of off-topic discussion, especially if, like, I'm just wandering the open world and there's nothing important going on. But, like, if we're in the middle of a major boss fight, or in the middle of a major storyline, then typically I would prefer if we're on topic and focusing on what's going on the screen at the time. That isn't calling out anyone here in chat. You're all absolutely lovely. I love you all. You're all beautiful. Especially my wife. But I just want to make that a statement, right? We're here to focus on Elden Ring. That is the goal of this stream. I have other streams where I'm a lot more chatty, just about off-topic things, like we have our ongoing Shovel Knight playthrough, where I'm totally fine to go off-topic on those streams, but I'm focused here on Elden Ring. Thank you so much for being here. Crusader says, don't let me explain the lore of Elden Ring, I'll sound schizophrenic. Don't say schizophrenic. That's not a very nice way of putting it, especially considering, you know, that's a serious disability people have. But I get what you mean. Alex says, as a fellow neurodivergent, I just pick up on the lore bits that interest me, look into those more, compare my ideas to others, etc. Yeah, it's lovely to see you around, Alex. Hope you're doing alright. We're about to go to the foot of the Erdtree, I think. In a little bit. Just give me a bit, okay? I'm building up hype. I'm building expectations. Min says, I'm in a great mood today. Thank you for liking me vulnerable and clear bad head cloudiness. I'm very happy people are being kind to you. Yeah, I'm very happy people are being kind to you as well, Moon. We did fight Piss Free, or Gold Free. I'm gonna like go between those two names. Piss Free, Gold Free. We beat him. He was really fucking easy, but to be fair, to show the raiders and people who might not remember, here's the current build. We're a little bit over-leveled, but that's because we've been doing all bosses. So what can I say? We have Godric's Great Rune equipped at the moment because we needed to get to 37 intelligence to cast Law of Regression. Can someone please remind me to swap back to Radahn's Great Rune once I die again? So if there's a boss fight ahead, I'm probably gonna die on my first attempt. Someone please yell at me to do that. Did a double take at the int level and remember you had the Great Rune still on? Yep. Sure, thank you. You're set for the rest of the game. Absolutely, yeah. So our actual stats is just take away 5 from every single one of these stats. That's my stat line. We're focusing on getting to a lot of these stats. I want to hit 60 vigor before we get to the DLC. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. It's just strength with a little bit of faith on the side. We do currently have 80 artificial levels, that's true. We do have Radagon's Sword Seal also equipped. We got the Godfrey icon. Oh yeah, 40. Radagon's Sword Seal plus Godric's Great Rune. It's quite powerful, it's quite potent. Do I have any item descriptions I want to look at? Yes! I did actually write this down in my notes because I was feeling so bad last time that I never got around to reading the Duelist Greaves description. So, let's read this. Greaves encircled by bronze snakes. Worn by gladiators who were driven from the Colosseum, the wearer becomes a slightly easier target for foes. The snake is viewed as a traitor to the Erdtree, and the audience delighted in seeing these bronze effigies beaten and battered. Right, that's interesting, because you kind of have the snake/lizard-like creatures, you know, up at Volcano Manor that, you know, all of that stuff's going on. And I'm sure this is gonna come up later, because I've definitely heard some stuff about snakes, at least in the Elden Ring DLC. No one be specific about it. No, just hold your tongues, okay? We'll get to the DLC in like 200 hours. You can say everything you want to say in 200 hours. But I think I've heard something relating to snakes in Elden Ring a little bit, so I'm gonna keep this description in mind, because this seems important for later. Also, we got another talisman pouch, which is awesome. I did also look up, we got every single limited thing from Leyndell. Apparently, due to story events, there's limited availability on certain pickups here. For instance, you can't get barrier gold after a set point in the story. I checked, we got every single limited item, aside from drops. There are some armor sets that like drop from enemies or whatever. I'm not concerned about those. As long as I get at least one like part of the armor set to read its description, that's good enough for me. So we are pretty much ready to finish Leyndell. We're ready to just focus on the main story, and that's gonna be very, very nice. You get the Vault of Grand Sax? We did. It's right here. Yes, I made sure to get it because, yes, we are trying to get all Steam achievements. And we will be duplicating our save file at the end of the game in order to get all of the endings. So, we're gonna be good. My goat, yeah, I had to make sure that I got it. With Radseal, it's a total of 40. Yeah! Godfrey icon is goated. It is. It absolutely is. Using it with Ordovis's greatsword, it's been incredibly potent already. Some hosts will make a Godric plus Oath of Vengeance plus Radseal build for 100 artificial levels and then host low-level PvP. Oh, I see, I see. Basically the final boss of PvP. The Vault of Grand Sax, my beloved. Sadly, I can't use it. I don't have 40 decks. But it is a very cool weapon. And it does have a very cool weapon skill. Oh, we also got the Raging Wolf armor. I'm very, very happy to have that. That's literally John Elden Ring. Vaygrim the Raging Wolf, one of the first Tarnished to visit the Round Table Hold. It's a really cool armor set. I like it, but I really like my Siluria Crucible Knight armor a lot. So I'm rocking that. And also, like, the Crucible is goated. Fuck the Golden Order. Fuck the Two Fingers. This is not a stream that is safe for the Two Fingers, okay? If the Two Fingers, if the Greater Will is listening to my words right now, fuck off. We are committing some heresy here by going against them. Alright, I think that's enough yapping. Just wanted to get that all out of the way. I'm feeling really, really good. I'm really hyped to play some more Elden Ring. Let me just skim this description again, and then we'll continue exploring. Yeah, encircled by bronze snakes. Yeah, gladiators driven from the Colosseum. Easier target for foes. Yeah, viewed as a traitor to the Erdtree. Audience is delighted seeing these bronze effigies beaten and battered. So excited, I love hearing people engage lore like this. Yeah! You should have seen my reaction to Radagonda's Marika. I screamed. Always Elden before the ring. John Elden Ring. Exactly. Alright. So yeah, the Erdtree is literally right there. Which we do know that the Erdtree was created when the Greater Will sent down a golden star to the lands between. This is basically just a story of colonialism. Like, the lands between was colonized by the Greater Will, and that makes so much sense to me why everything was against the Erdtree at first, until it became the dominant religion. We got everything around here. I don't think we looked around here too much. Oh yeah, that looks like the main path ahead. Yeah, we got all of the major items here in Leyndell. I do know that for certain. Because this game is so long that, you know, I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything too thorough. Or, like, too significant. Yeah, I feel like that's basically everything. I think there might have been some more items from the piss-free room, though. I'm not sure. Like, where the dead finger readers are. I definitely went over to this one, but I'm just gonna retrace my steps just to, like, not only give me some extra time to yap, but also just to recenter myself on the game. Actually, I should really change my shield, because, like, having the Beast Regent Sarosh on my shield, despite being a hater of the Golden Order, that's kind of mixed signals there. I would use the Crucible Horn shield, but I don't like great shields. So fuck it, I'm just gonna keep using the shield since it fits with the armor. In my ideal ending, Marika and Renala marries lesbians. Marika helps her out of her spiral. And they have more kids. That would be peak. Love this game so much. Miyazaki, you brilliant bastard, you can't miss. So true. We could talk about the ethics of that later when we hit the credits, Crusader, and we finally have the full picture of the lore. There's still a lot that we don't know. It feels like I know a lot, but there's still a lot of mysteries to uncover. Target lock required ahead. Oh, okay. It's an ambush. Oh, it's what's a black knife doing here? Oh! This isn't where Godwin was assassinated, right? No. Because the Black Knives fled the capital. Unless this one just stayed behind for some reason. Beware of nimble sort. Likely lover. And hey, Royal Bunny, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. I'm just gonna turn on my lantern here to make sure I don't, like, miss anything that's not being lit up. Alright, we can sit at this grace here. I'll catch up in chat. This is the Queen's bedchamber. Okay, no, Godwin was definitely not assassinated here. Godwin was not a queen. The more you figure out, the less you'll realize, you know, exactly. Selen and Fia and Ronnie marry Lumi and I. Selen is mine. Yeah, Selen could be yours too. We can share her around. We're currently at that stage as far as my lore depth. I see, I see. Queen's bedchamber? Damn, the game should just end here. There we go. Blessing of the Erdtree. This looks to be an incantation. Let's take a look at it. Blessing of the Erdtree. One of the ancient Erdtree incantations. Grants a greater blessing to the caster and nearby allies, gradually restoring a large amount of HP. Hold to continue praying and delay activation. The Erdtree once flourished with abundance, yet it was only for a fleeting moment. Such is the course of all life. Okay. That's 38 faiths, so we can't use it. But yeah, though, that's pretty much lore that we already knew. Just talking about how, yes, the Erdtree is not in the state that it originally was. Okay. And yeah, okay, there's literally a boss door there. So, from what we know from Sir Gideon Ofnir the All-Knowing, he did tell us that Margot, the Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell, is, well, in Leyndell. And that name sounds very similar to Margit, who we also encountered in the outskirts of Leyndell here. So potentially, they're both the same person, as Radigan as Marika has now made me starting to think. And also, people lie about their names all the time in Elden Ring. Like, Ronnie introduced herself to us as her sister Renna. That's not true. So, Margit, Morgott, probably gonna meet them through there. This is a blind playthrough, just, like, that's just a prediction. But I'm pretty sure that sounds likely to me, based on, like, the lore info we know, and also based on Gideon's dialogue. Big concrete slab is Marika's bed. Eternal queen of the land. Can't even afford some damn memory foam. Imagine. Renna? I hardly know her. Alright. Order ahead. Would this be a tarnished? Weak foe ahead. Death. Good luck. Pathetic sword ahead. And there's a summon sign here for Melina. You do not need to summon her for Her quest line, it is optional. I do prefer to fight solo whenever possible, so as cool as it is that we can summon our Finger Maiden for this fight ahead, we will not be doing that. Be wary of close quarters battle.
Graceless, tarnished. What is thy business with these thrones? Ah, Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania. General Radahn. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Rani. Willful traitors, all. Thy kind are all of a piece. Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgoth, last of all kings.
It's Morgoth the Omen King. Okay, proposed? No. Phase 2.
The thrones, stained by my curse, such shame they cannot bear. Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
Well, he's really pissed now, and understandably so. Oh wait, talk.
Tarnished, thou art but a fool. The Erdtree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken. done, Lord. Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
He doesn't have any more dialogue. Yeah, sorry, that was not my first time fighting Morgott. I have 400 hours in Night Rain. I basically have a PhD in that fight. Anyway, baby game for toddlers. Sorry, was this game meant to be hard? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Alright. We need to approach the Erdtree. Touch Wall of Thorns. Impenetrable thorns refuse all. None may enter the Erdtree. Okay, and then I'm guessing we need to go back. Yeah, there's a Grace that spawned in now. So I'm guessing we need to rest here and talk to Melina. Before we do so, I want to quickly read out item descriptions, because we just got two. Remembrance of the Omen King and Morgott's Great Rune. So let's start with Remembrance of the Omen King. Remembrance of Morgott, the Omen King, hewn into the Erdtree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. Though born one of the Graceless Omen, Morgott took it upon himself to become the Erdtree's protector. He loved not in return, for he was never loved, but nevertheless, love it he did. Oh, my heart! Oh! Because in case people don't remember or don't know, Morgott and I guess Omen are treated like shit. They are treated as cursed, foul beings, who basically should just be killed on sight. And what Morgott was going off on in his dialogue, you know, before the fight started and mid-fight, is that Melania and Radahn and Ronnie and Pray to Rykard and all these demigods, right? When the Shattering broke out, what did they do? They fought each other. They warred to claim the shards of the Elden Ring because they wanted to be the most powerful. And Morgott was the only one who was here protecting the Erdtree. We know this because we found a lore monument talking about the second defense of Leyndell. The fell omen stacks high the corpses of heroes, right? Morgott was the only one here protecting the Erdtree, trying to make it so that no one could, like, you know, fuck up the Erdtree or anything. He was, like, so obedient, so dedicated to his job, in spite of the fact that the Golden Order should hate his ass. And so that bottom part of the item description, that really fucking hurts to read. Though born one of the Graceless Omen, Morgott took it upon himself to become the Erdtree's protector. He loved not in return, for he was never loved, but nevertheless love it he did. Like, that hurts. And then we have Morgott's Great Rune, which we will need to activate soon. The Great Rune of the Shardbearer Morgott, devoid of any benediction. Seek the Divine Tower of East Altus, which stands beyond the Great Bridge from Leyndell's eastern ward. Okay, and we also have some directions to the tower there. But god, this fucking hurts. I'm gonna continue on with main story stuff, but I will catch up on chat and see what we're all talking about, and we'll discuss a little bit once we have a moment. But yeah, so when Morgott, like, in the second phase, his Omen curse really let loose, and, you know, the whole arena was sprayed with that, you know, Omen energy, he was fucking terrified. His curse had afflicted the people that, you know, although he said they were all traitors and whatnot, you know, he was still incredibly upset that he let the Omen curse harm those who he's siblings with? Related to. Like, I mean, because... Yeah, no, he's related. At least to some of them. Because being a shard bearer, that means that he is a child of Marika's. I don't know who Morgott's parents are. I don't know if it's Marika or Radigan. They technically are the same person, but, you know, the game does like to make that distinction. And also, yeah, he put on the guise of quote-unquote Margit. Who the fuck is Margit? The paper-thin disguise. Oh yeah, absolute goat. Alright, let's rest out this grace. I'm pretty sure Melina will talk to us here. Because that's also why we could summon her for this fight.
Hello again, old friend. Allow me a moment to converse with you. You were unable to enter the Erdtree, no? Prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable, a husk of the Erdtree's being that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord is to pass the thorns. My purpose serves to aid in that very act. So I'd like you to undertake a new journey with me to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountaintops of the giants. Then I can set the Erdtree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord.
A red mark was made on the map. Okay, let's talk to Melina.
I wish to journey with you once more to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountaintops of the giants. Then I can set the Erdtree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord.
Okay, so she'll just repeat her dialogue if I say this again, right?
I wish to journey with to the Flame of Ruin. Then I can set and guide you down the path.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we can get a level up or not, but I do want to hear her level up dialogue, where she says, "Share with me your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow."
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Melina, the principles I would follow would be having 60 vigor. Without needing to use Godric's Great Rune. Fuck, I wish I died to Morgott so I could remember that I need to swap off of Godric's Great Rune. Oh, right, and yes, this is also part of the quest line. We can talk to the throne here, I believe, or... Yeah, we can talk to Morgott again. Oh, no, we need to reload the area, and then we can talk to Morgott again. So, we're gonna reload the area by just fast-traveling to the Elden throne. You can also just go back to the main menu and come back to your save file, but we'll also do this. Unequip my weapon. Oh, no, I don't need to talk to him. I think because I already talked to him immediately after the fight. Yeah. I'm guessing that he's just here in case, like, someone didn't immediately talk to him and like, rushed up and did that straight away. Rest in peace, Morgott. Alright, we received a medallion from Melina. Let's take a look at that, and then we can also head back to the Round Table Hold, I believe, because there should be some new interactions there, especially with Gideon. And we'll be able to look at the things that we can create from Morgott's Remembrance. Alright, Rolled Medallion. Conjoined split medallion depicting the Flame Peak. Brandishing the medallion activates the Grand Lift of Rolled, connecting Leyndell to the mountaintops of the Giants. The Forge of the Flame of Ruin is said to be found upon their peaks, and it is here Melina wishes to travel in resuming your journey together. I'm not maidenless anymore. I was maidenless for a little bit, but nope, I got maiden still. Specifically, like, you know, a finger maiden. Okay, yes, the Mountaintops of the Giants is our next key destination. But I know that there's a bunch of optional areas that are kind of around the Mountaintops of the Giants as well. So don't worry, we won't speed run to the Flame of Ruin. I know that doing that is basically main story, but we're not here to just do the main story. We're doing everything else as well. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go back to the Round Table Hold in a sec. I'm gonna reread the item description here. And also, like, look at the medallion, see what it's depicting there. Okay. Let's go back to the Round Table Hold, and... Oh, the game literally railroads you? Well, it's railroading me here, because this is our, yeah, Glen Lift of Rolled, and then we have our Volcano Manor assassination here, which is Juno Hoslow, which is a relative of Dialos Hoslow, so that's gonna be really depressing. But there we go, that is Leyndell done. I had a feeling we were done with Leyndell last time. Alright. Let me catch up on chat now. Thank you so much, everyone, for being so patient with me. It's just, I'm terrible at multitasking. I need to focus on one thing or the other. And also, thank you so much for the self-care redeem. Faye, I really do appreciate it. I'll take that self-care break in a little bit. I just want to focus on getting all this stuff here. I typically like to take my breaks like every hour into stream. If someone redeems it beforehand, then what I do is I either take a really small break, or I just wait for the hour to tick over. So I'm gonna wait for the hour to tick over in this instance, since it's like 10 minutes until the next hour. Also, holy shit, you're bitching this, man. You gave Morgott Ligma. Thank you so much for the head pats, Kaz, as well. Yeah, the 4K feet shot. So true. Surprise, it's Margit! Isn't that such a big reveal? Said literally no one ever. Margit is Morgott! No way! I couldn't have seen through that disguise. Yeah, Alex saying, yeah, Lumi does have 400 hours in Night Rain. Slightly different beasts, right? No, Margit is Morgott, from what I understand, but we'll get some more info once we look at the Remembrance item descriptions for some extra lore detail. So pissed the floor's covered in it. Heard people say these games, they're hard. Elbozo. Speak for yourself, Butto. I'm 5 Seiken. Carter's saying he's literally corpse on the floor that's turned to a raisin. I don't think he has the ability to say much anymore. So true. The Erdtree, more like the nerd tree. Hidden Donut saying I love Morgott. The fact that he uses so much holy magic as an omen makes me so sympathetic to him. Exactly! The fucking Erdtree hates him. The Golden Order hates him. Marika probably hates him. Okay, maybe not Marika, but the fucking Two Fingers probably hate him. Morgott does keep showing up like a pebble in the shoe, exactly. It was always Morgott, he made up a fake name, it was not a very good one. The omen piss. Very much like the, no, I am Morgott. Morgott doesn't have a mustache. Or, I am not Morgott. Morgott doesn't have a mustache or glasses like me. When it says I feel bad for him, my new goat, I'm filling out an apology form as we speak. Yeah. Here she just says if you wanted to, I could say like who the parents are, I doubt it. Yeah, I'll figure out who the parents of Morgott are in a little bit. The family tree is convoluted, but I'll figure it out. Maiden Lesser. And Looney saying the sad part to me is that he probably spent his whole thinking his entire being is a curse. When, according to the Crucible, talisman horns is, yeah, it used to be a sign of, like, you were blessed with divinity if you had, like, horns, or if you had, like, a tail, like, aspects of the Crucible. Elden family tree looks like a damn crossword puzzle, so true. Face saying, we just killed the Erdtree's protector. I'm sure the Erdtree will be fine for here on, and oh no, we're gonna set that bitch on fire. Burn the Erdtree! One heck of a principle. And Alex says, fun fact, if you do the elevator skip to get into Lanedale before unlocking the round table hold, you're locked out until this point. Huh. The more you know. I think, confirm if this is correct or not, but if you defeat Morgott, then Margit disappears from Stormvale Castle. Like, that whole entire fight is just skipped because you literally just killed him. Like, for good. Melon, the principles I follow, the ones that lead me to betwixt thy cheeks. That's smooth, Crusader, that's smooth. Maiden acquired. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Crusader asking if I have the fingerprint shield. I don't think I do. Pretty sure I don't. We don't, says Alex, yeah. The patience needed all is good. Thank you. Thank you for all the patties. The shark says, hello Lumi, Miklos, have a great day, bye. Bye-bye! If only you knew, says Crusader. You don't need to sequence break for that, though. Just ignore Stormvale Castle. Huh. I see, I see. Alright. There we go. I'm caught up on chat now. In fact, let me just refer to my questline notes here, since I'm gonna have to update them with... I'm gonna update them with the next section here. Yeah, caught up on chat for now. Let's see. So, after the fight, reload the area, speak to Morgott behind the throne. Well, I couldn't talk to him because I already talked to him. If you gave Nefeli the spirit ashes, fast travel to the lake-facing Cliff's Grace, and walk back into the throne room. Speak to Nefeli, Kenneth, and Gostock. Ooh, we get a payoff for that questline? That's awesome. And then also, it says here, speak to Enya and Gideon at the Round Table Hall. Okay, we'll talk to everyone at the Round Table Hall just to make sure that, like, people don't have new dialogue. We'll see. Not spoiling anything. Still have a big part of Lanedale you haven't done. Oh, right, the sewers. Yes, the shunning grounds. We're going to be doing that later. We did go down there to set Dung Eater free, but then we left immediately after, because I know that, like, in terms of progression, that's a section that's a little bit more late game, from what I understand. No, it's be as chatty as you want, as long as you're okay with me, like, not reading your message immediately. I will get around to it. No one wants to spend any time with Dung Eater if they can help it. Yeah, we happen to know each other. We're both against the Erdtree, and, like, you know, the Golden Order and whatnot, but we go about it in different ways. They can come back later. Sweet. Yeah, I set up a grace that I can fast travel to that once we actually do it. Okay, so what we'll do is we will speak to Enya and Gideon and everyone else here at the Round Table Halls and check the item descriptions of the Remembrance stuff, and then we're gonna go to the throne room of Stormvale Castle in order to finish Nefeli's questline, it looks like. So that's gonna be really, really exciting, and Then I guess we'll take our stretch and hydrate break, and we'll start on Mountaintops of the Giants. It never accepts my gifts of Mousewatch for for one thing. So true. Alright, we're here right by Enya, so might as well talk to her.
Well, you managed to return. You know what this means. The Erdtree has spurned you. The fingers remain still, shaken by this turn of events. They are busy consulting the greater will. When they are finished, the fingers will again offer their guidance. But thousands, if not tens of thousands, of moons must first pass. No matter for me, but you. How will you ever manage to wait? My, oh my.
Okay. I want to burn the impenetrable horns. Or thorns.
Heavens forbid. That is not the domain of mere men. The burning of the Erdtree is the first cardinal sin. And you say you seek the power of the Rune of Death too? The Rune of Death goes by two names. The other is Destined Death. The forbidden shadow plucked from the Golden Order upon its creation. Unleashing the rune now would be unthinkable. The fingers would never permit it. Nor would the greater will. But here we are. The fingers dormant, severing our link to the greater will. The realm and all life in ruins. Impossible events transpire beyond the ken of the fingers. Who is to say that the cardinal sin must be cardinal forever? Go on. Finish the job. Take the course you deem most worthy.
Okay, I like you, Enya. Yeah, fuck the greater will. We're gonna do shit without their consultation. How to burn thorns.
You must find kindling. Only the smoldering flame in the great forge of the giants on the highest peak in the lands between can burn the Erdtree. But special kindling is required to reignite the flame. For the flame to burn the Erdtree, a sacrifice is needed. Of one who envisions the flame and can lead you to the rune of death. You must find kindling.
Okay, that's just repeating dialogue.
Smoldering flame in the great forge of the giants on the highest. But special kindling is for the flame to burn the Erdtree and can lead.
Alright. Yeah, let's take a look at... We can't get the armor of Morgott, can we? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's see what we can get from the Remembrance, though. Of course, we can get the Cursed Sword. Morgott's Cursed Sword. Warped blade of shifting hue used by Morgott, the Omen King. The accursed blood that Morgott recanted and sealed away reformed into this blade. Oh, I see. So in phase 2, his blood might have gone wild. Oh, his cloak's there, says Alex. Okay, I'll take a look at it in a second. Also, welcome in, Melissa. Lovely to see you around as well. The skill of this is the Cursed Blood Slice. Brace, then charge forward to deliver a downward diagonal slice. The bloody trail of the blade is followed up by a burst of flame. Additional input allows for a follow-up attack. Okay. Yeah, we can't use this. 35 dex, 17 arcane. It's got bleed, and it's a curved greatsword, which is pretty cool, but yeah, we can't use this. Very, very cool weapon, though, I will say that. Okay. Morgoth's Cursed Sword is a funny little weapon. Its skill's funny, because, yeah, you charge forward to do the first swing. So it's a little bit silly, but I like it. I like it. Alright. And then Regal Omen, I don't know how to say this. Bayern? Bayern. Doll of a Curse-born Bayern from the Erdtree's royal line. Uses FP to unleash many wraiths that chase down foes. Omen babies born of royalty do not have their horns excised, but instead are kept underground, unbeknownst to anyone, imprisoned for eternity. These memorial fetishes are fashioned in secret. Okay. So does that mean the implication would be that Morgoth left the underground to come to the Erdtree's aid? Potentially. Faye says, I believe it's pronounced Baron. It's a Scottish word that means child or offspring. Thank you so much for the trivia. Oh, okay. So Baron. Well, now I can read it with correct pronunciation. Doll of a curse-born Baron from the Erdtree's royal line. Okay. Yeah, so they don't have their horns removed. Interesting, interesting. No worries, really useful to have a Brit around and we can be handy on occasion. There's a lot of things in Elden Ring that I need help pronouncing correctly, like, I was saying blade before, but it's Blythe, right? Because it's Welsh for wolf. His name is Blythe. I miss Blythe, by the way. I miss him every fucking day. I hate you so much, the Two Fingers. And, I'm trying to remember her name. There's an Albinoric woman, Latenna. Her wolf, Lobo, passed away, which also means wolf in a different language. I forget which one, though. If I recall correctly, Margit shackles imply he was imprisoned. Right, yes! I did buy that from Patches, because I'm like, oh, maybe this could be handy later. I can't believe I didn't think to use it during that boss fight. I didn't think about it. But we could have seen what happens if you do that. I mean, it says that it basically, like, locks him down for a couple of seconds, so... A big opportunity to get in, like, a charged Ordovis's Vortex, potentially. That could have been peak. That would have been awesome if I busted it out, but I couldn't have known. I couldn't have known. Anyway, okay. I don't think I'll get either of these, but they're cool. They're cool.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Hey, Enya, you literally just said the fingers don't have shit to say right now. They're too busy talking to Papa Great or Well. Okay, you just have repeating dialogue. Oh wait, yes, let's look at Morgoth's cloak.
The great forge of the giants on that special king for the flame and can lead you to...
Okay, oh, there it is. Fell Omen Cloak. A cloak of ragged fur worn about the exposed body of Margit, the Fell Omen. Having slaughtered countless champions during the Shattering, the Fell Omen has become a horror to those who harbor ambitions for the Erdtree, or for lordship. Yeah, the bro's job was to make sure that none of these fucking tarnished bitches came along to change things. Or no, like, no, we can't have a revolutionary tarnished like Lumi wanting to change the current order. No, we can't have that. So yeah, his job is literally a gatekeeper, which probably makes sense why a lot of people rage quit on the Margit boss fight, because they tried fighting him at base level when it was their first Souls game. It's a story that I've heard happen too many times. And I can understand people thinking like, oh god, this Margit guy is impossible, I can't beat him. But you're kind of meant to do the Weeping Peninsula and the rest of Limgrave first, so... It only really affects people who are like, rushing the main story. Or not really like, in the mood for exploring just then. Essentially lives to put motherfuckers on t-shirts, exactly. I'm not gonna wear this. I'm not wearing it. It doesn't even come with a loincloth, like, come on. Alright.
Now go forth, let the word.
It does, I think? I think it would just be the loincloth of my own character. Like my bra and panties. Alright, let's talk to Gideon. What's he got to say?
You. What is it?
Unlocated demigods.
There are 4 more demigods yet to be located. Mikola of the Erdtree, the Unalloyed, his twin, Melania, the undefeated swordswoman, Luna Princess Rani, daughter to Renala, and the one only known as the Lord of Blood. Rani is said to have cast aside her great rune, so here at the Hold, we seek the whereabouts of the remaining 3 shard bearers. If you should learn anything of these matters, I'll trade your findings for a hidden treasure or a long-lost right, known only to me. We both desire to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. As such, I hope we are compelled to work together.
Okay. Interesting. Well, we know the Lord of Blood is Moog. Where should I go?
If you're heading to the Forge of the Flame of Ruin, in the snowy mountaintops of the Giants, you'll need to find the Grand Lift of Rold, beyond the Forbidden Region. Or go if you would. Take no heed of cardinal sin. The 2 fingers lost their purpose a long time ago.
Okay, about secret medallions.
Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave.
Oh,
to the
no,
west of the
this is
last
repeating
river,
dialogue.
jut from the mist shroud. She knows the location.
Okay, unlocated demigods. Do you have any dialogue if I repeat this?
There are 4 more demigods. Mikola of
No,
the
okay.
Erdtree, the Unalloyed, his twin, Melania, Luna Princess Rand, the one Rani is said to have saw here at the Hold. We seek, if you should learn, I'll trade your findings for a hidden treasure or a long-lost right, known on we both desire as such.
Yeah, I don't really like you, Gideon. Yeah, about that, you remember the people Morgoth addressed in his speech? Yeah, go on. Go on. Technically, you're close to the end of the main game. There's still so much down to do. He never mentioned Moog. That is true. He never mentioned Moog, because Moog didn't have a throne. There was no throne for Moog there. That is interesting. That is really interesting. I'm excited for more. Technically, we could go and meet Moog right now. I have the goddamn item that teleports me to Moog. I could do that if I want to, but of course I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, don't worry, Crusader, we're not gonna rush to the end of the game. We still have so many bosses to do, so many quest lines to do. We have the entire DLC to do. We have a lot to still do. But if I was sick and tired of the game at this point, then yeah, I would rush to the ending, but I'm not. I'm not. It does remove the chest cloth. Even on a female model? Damn. Boobies on my stream? Moon says, I fought Margit at low level. It was fun solving the fight, looking at all my weapon skills and Spirit Ashes. Spinning weapon with Bleed, the jellyfish to kill him, a very Looney Tunes way. Yeah, exactly. Coming up with solutions like that is also really fun. And thank you for the 5 stream streak as well, Melissa. Really do appreciate it. Hidden on his own people, what a shame. Is Mogan Omen? I don't think we know that yet. So shush shush, hush hush. But with a name like Moog, it sounds very much like Morgoth. I wouldn't be surprised. I want to catch up on chat here. Real quick. A mini towel wrapped around his waist. So Alex says that Morgoth's cursed sword is a curved greatsword so light that blue dancer builds can make use of it, and despite being an arcane scaling weapon, it works well with a pure dex build. Okay. And Faye says, I do expect an army of Scotsmen to be marauding towards me imminently, given I'm one of these horrible English sufferers. You're okay, Faye. It's lovely to have you here. Crusader! Don't say Blythe's name wrong. You gotta say it correctly. Put some respect on the wolf boy, okay? He's precious. As Alex is saying, you gotta put respect on his name. Alex saying that, yeah, the shackles do work on Morgoth. Phase 1, if you intend to summon Spirit Ashes, you kind of need to stop him. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because you wouldn't have a window to really summon otherwise. Okay. I got pulled out of Lurk, says Moon. Let her figure things out herself. So true. Just want to talk about a lot of it. Just give it 500 hours, Crusader. In 500 hours, you will be able to say all. Thank you so much for respecting the no spoiler stuff. Alright, that's everything from Gideon.
Well, what is it now? If you're
That's just repeating dialogue.
In the snowy mountain, you'll need to find the grand lift of Rold. Or go if you would, the two-finger.
Just repeating dialogue. Yeah, we've seen all this. Mikola, Melania, Ronnie, and Moog.
Said so here at the hold. We if you should learn it, I'll trade your findings for a hit. We both desire to stand as such.
Alright. Yeah, let's take that stretch and hydrate break now, actually, and once we come back from the break, we will finish... Oh, I do want to check in with the rest of the people of the round table hold. We can do that after a break. I'm pretty sure they don't have new dialogue, though. Yeah, after the break, we'll check in with everyone else at the round table hold. We're gonna go to Stormvale Castle to finish Nefeli's questline, and then we're gonna go to Mountaintops of the Giants. Are we all hyped? It's gonna be winter time! Yippee! Hey V, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Lovely to see you. Anyways, you're VIP, your name is said like VIP. Yeah, it's comical and clever. Oh boy, seasonal depression! I can't wait! Alright. I will see you all in a couple minutes. Take care of yourselves, everyone. And yeah, we're done with Lanedale for now. We're gonna be back there later. Absolutely. I mean, the Erdtree is literally there. Of course we're gonna go back there later. But yeah, we're moving on to Mountaintops of the Giants after a short little stretch and hydrate break. I'll see you all then. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. It's always appreciated. And welcome into stream RPG Jolie. It's lovely to see you around. Little known fact, says Crusader, you can find a thawing Mariah Carey in the mountaintops. That's awesome. I can't wait to do Mariah Carey's Elden Ring quest line. Alright, let's go back to Stormvale Castle now. And apparently wrap up Nefeli, Kenneth, and Gostok's questlines, since we set everything up so that we would get that ending with the group. It's been quite a while since we've talked to Kenneth Height, but before we go there, we must check in with the other residents of the Round Table Hold, for I wish to see how they are doing.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
Okay, no, she doesn't have any dialogue.
Well, where have you been hiding? I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
Okay, can't get any upgrades really, so see a Hugh. But I keep going into that room. That's the room where Fia assassinated D. It's the other room that's Dung Eaters. Yeah, I highly doubt Dung Eater has anything new to say. He just wants us to defile him, and not in the fun way. I wouldn't want to defile him in the fun way either, to be honest. I don't... Oh wait, no, Dung Eater's not here. Oh. Oh, hold on. Alright, well, in that case, so we go to this Grace, Lake-facing cliffs. Or, I mean, we could also go to Godric the Grafted Grace. I think that would be fine. It specifically said to go to the Lake-facing cliffs one, but I'm sure this is fine as well. Are you still kicking Godric's body? Bro! How many hours have you been doing that for? #1 hater. Holy shit. I mean, I know Godric sucks, but like, holy fuck, you are a hater. Hey, Franium dude, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing alright. Thank you, Looney. Holy fuck.
Now, I suppose I'm free. I can do whatever takes my fancy. Can I, mate?
Okay, I mean, okay, that's cool and all, but like... You need to go to the throne room. Wait, why isn't... Hang on. Gonna progress into Nefeli's questline. Yeah, the guide might be slightly off here, so I'm gonna go from lake-facing cliffs, actually. Also, hi Ocean, lovely to see you around. It's me, the Lumi. Yeah, apparently it was recommended to go from this Grace and head back to the throne room. I just don't remember the way back. Checked in with Kenneth Hyde at his fort. I have not. The guy doesn't fucking mention that. I'm upset about that, actually, Alex. Yeah, because Kenneth Hyde's still there, so we need to go talk to him. The guy just doesn't mention that. Unless I skipped over it. Hey Mario boys, lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. I've been a victim of identity theft, I'm coming for his buckler. So true. So him... That's probably it, just make sure. Okay, yeah, I will. It's lovely to see everyone around. Goods, how about you? I'm fantastic, thank you. We're getting through so much story stuff here in Elden Ring. In case people are wondering about where we are in terms of progression, if you're just coming into the stream, we defeated Morgott first try, that's very unsurprising. And we are now going to move on to Mountaintops of the Giants once we talk to the great Kenneth Hite. After I fucking kill all these demi-humans. I mean, I could run past them, but whatever. God, I wish they could actually do damage to me and then kill me, and then I'd remember to unequip Godric's Great Rune. But sure, I'll just have Godric's Great Rune on until we die. That could be a long time, or it could be in the next few minutes, depending on how Mountaintops of the Giants go. So Kenneth should be here. And he is.
I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
Yep, I've talked to him.
I must begin my search for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the...
Okay. Yeah, he said that before, like, 100 hours ago in the playthrough. Where's Nepheli? We gave her the Spirit Ashes at the Round Table Hold, so... Is she still at the Round Table Hold? Where would she be? She should relocate. Godric's is a great rune. Look what I did for that loser. Imagine the unleashed potential it has for you. Exactly. It's just I don't want it right now, Premium, because the stat boosts aren't as substantial now that we're basically hitting the soft caps on multiple stats. He calls you my Australian NPC. Yeah, exactly. Also, I dare you to kiss the moon. Oh, absolutely. I'll make the fuck out with her. As soon as the stream's over. Gonna keep moving, Lumi, says Franium. That looks like you're progressing through the game pretty smoothly. Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm really confused about Nepheli's questline then. Because we should be at the end point of it now. Why not do it now? Because I'm trying to play Elden Ring. I can kiss her. Here's a kiss for Moon. Moon, I know you're lurking. I know you're listening in, so here's a kiss just for you. Mwah. Hopefully that picked up on the mic. But the makeout session can come later. Talking to everyone. Get to know Tiberian Castle is jank. I had to warp Secluded Cell and then rest at Godric. Okay. Alternatively, we can just put a book note or bookmark in it, and we can come back to it later. Picked up the Switch. I'm glad. I'm glad, because sometimes Discord can be weird with it. So I wasn't sure if OBS was going to be weird with it, with my mic settings. Where the fuck are you, Nepheli? Okay, yeah, let's warp to Secluded Cell. Let's rest at Godric's. And then if they're not all in place, but we have fulfilled every condition for the quest line, we'll just come back to it later then. Oh, wait, talk to Melina. Oh. Might as well do this conversation.
Think not of the kindling. I shall see to that. All I ask of you is to make the journey to the snowy mountaintops of the giants, far above the clouds. I know I'm asking you to commit a cardinal sin, but it must be done to reach the path beyond. And that is the path I wish to travel. What is your mind?
Okay. Thanks, Melina. It's really funny she says that, considering all the sins I've committed throughout this entire playthrough thus far. Like, Melina, you know that I'm Ronnie's consort, right? Right? You know that I'm in cahoots with Dung Eater, right? I've committed more than my fair share of sin. Alright. Rostock moved! He moved! Finally! Yeah, so for some reason Gostock was kicking Godric's corpse for over 100 hours. I mean, bro's dedicated to his hatred. Rip Bozo, by the way. I mixed it up. The method I used was to warp to Godric and then rest it secluded. Okay. I just did it in reverse, and that seems to have worked. And now we just talk to everyone here, and then that's the questline done.
It's been some time. I must thank you for your aid. I told Father I would be with him no longer. I remembered the vow I took when I first became a warrior, so many moons ago. This land is much like the one from which I hail. I will call upon the storm to drive away the foulness that has settled on the winds. Again, I am Nefeli Lu, warrior. Some call me by the title of Lady, but I remain the same woman underneath, though I have now abandoned my former guidance. I cannot express how much you've helped me. Should you become Elden Lord, I would gladly lighten your burden. Farewell, fellow warrior. I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance and your fight surely lie elsewhere. I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance and your fight surely lie elsewhere.
Alright.
Ah, nice to see you after so long. Safe and sound, I take it, yes? Good. Ah, quite. I have indeed selected a new ruler. Lady Nefeli is strong and just, worthy of the burden of Limgrave's lineage. Such is the sincere opinion of I, Kenneth Height, no less. For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my old promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is just as wonderful as you imagine. For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady, at which time I can fulfill by raising you to... I hope it is just...
Yay! Kenneth could finally knight us after all these hours.
For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort, at which time I can fulfill my... by raising you to... I hope it is...
Alright, now let's talk to Gostock. Or as we should say, Goat Stock.
Ah, you is it? Haven't seen your mug in quite some time. As you can see, I'm the new lady's attendant. Freedom was worth squat. Besides, I like it round here. Lady Nefeli's still fair of heart and countenance. Still, I have the lady's trust, so I can loot all the corpses I like. I'll let you take a look at the goods if you fancy.
Oh, I fucking love Gostock. He's a terrible person, but I love him. And, yes, if you don't kill him, he sells an ancient dragon smithing stone. Which we should look at the description of. Nefeli gave us one, but we'll look at this one as well. Ancient dragon smithing stone. Smithing stone made by polishing a golden gravel stone. A scale of the ancient dragon lord, and hidden treasure of Faramazula. Strengthened armaments to plus 25. The ancient dragon lord's seat is said to lie beyond time. This stone lightly twists time, allowing the creation of a weapon capable of slaying a god. There we go. So we have two of them now, so we could get our Knight's Greatsword to plus 25. We're gonna need to get a somber ancient dragon smithing stone to get our Ordovis's Greatsword to plus 10, however.
Ah, back again, are we? Curious one you are. Well then, what are you after?
Alright.
Ah, back again. Well then.
I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance and your fight surely lie elsewhere.
Just going through everyone's dialogue last time, because, yeah, this is the end of all the quest lines. You actually don't get knighted by Kenneth, from what I understand. The quest line just finishes here.
For the time being, I share command, at which time by raising you, I hope it is...
But I like this ending. I'm really glad that I did this. The payoff is great. It just stands there like, fuck you, Kenneth. You promised me knighthood. Kenneth's a bitch. I don't blame you for thinking that. I also kind of agree. He's a bit of a dick. To me specifically. Anyway, yeah, no, that's everything. We can go to Mountaintops of the Giants now. We're gonna need to go from this path here, the rolled route, which I don't know where the grace is for that. I think we just go from East Capital Rampart. I don't mind someone telling me what, or is it Erdtree Sanctuary? Where do I? Oh shit! I also want to do the East Tower of Altus. You're just sitting on the throne instead of just standing there? Yeah. Yeah, I don't... Feel free to tell me what grace I should warp to, just for convenience's sake. I'm thinking East Capital Rampart. I'll just warp to it now, and catch up on chat, and if I need to re-warp, I'll do that in a second. Avenue Balcony. Okay, I'll do that in a second, Alex. Let me catch up on chat. Okay, yeah, I think I got everything here. Gustock had a lot of frustration with the man. So true. Fuck Kenneth Height. All my homies hate Kenneth Height, however you spelled his name. It's Kenneth Height. H-E-I-G-H-T. I think that's how you spell it. But if I'm wrong, I'm going to look like a fool. Also, Box here, because we got the good ending for Box questline. I'm happy, we're getting good endings. Look, all these questlines are ending happily. That's awesome. That's rare for From Software, to say the least. I'm just that much of a hater. Yeah, main reason to not murder him. Princess, I already gave you knighthood. Don't mind sharing you, letting others knight you too. Oh, look. I don't want anything to do with Kenneth Height, really. It's just my Elden Ring character was never knighted, so... That's just how it is. Height with an A instead of an E. Oh, okay. Scheming, conniving, pussy-ass motherfucker, broke-ass, having no castle-ass, no maidens, no knights, bitch. I love your dedication to hating Kenneth. Thank you, Crusader. Saying the throne is so big might make her look awkward. Potentially, yeah. Alright. Oh, I guess I also need to clear this notification of the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. You know, I'm just gonna fucking read the description again, because why not? Does that seem like pretty important lore? Because I've never heard of the Ancient Dragon Lord before. Yeah, smithing... I'll just quickly skim it. Smithing stone made by polishing a golden gravel stone. Scale of the Ancient Dragon Lord. Hidden treasure of Farum Azula. Yep. A seed said to lie beyond time. This stone lightly twists time, allowing the creation of a weapon capable of slaying a god. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Therefore, where you're at, this is a bit of a bombshell. Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean there's a seat, like, beyond time? What do you mean there's an ancient dragon lord? Because never heard anything like this before. And I think Farum Azula has been mentioned maybe once? Like, vaguely? I think just in the boss titles, so, like, you know, Beastmen of Farum Azula or whatever. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, that's why I want to, like, pause for a second look at it again, because I'm like, wait a fucking minute, this is pretty massive stuff. I shouldn't just brush over this. Okay. I mean, look, this is a From Software game. I imagine there's going to be some timey-wimey fucky shenanigans going on at some point, without a doubt. Like, time travel is basically part of every Dark Souls game. Yeah, there's time travel in Dark Souls 1, time travel in Dark Souls 2 because of the memories, and then there's time travel in Dark Souls 3 depending on your interpretation of the Champion Gundyr boss fight. Also, some people argue that the Gale fight takes place in the future. I disagree with that heavily. Alright, Avenue Balcony. Which one is it again? Capital Rampart. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Avenue Balcony. Perfect. Oh, right, yes, I know. What's the time travel in Dark Souls 1? The DLC. You time travel back to... Oh my god, what was Lorgen called back then? Ulasil. Yeah, you time travel to Ulasil. And Kiln the First Flame and Dragkeeper pretty explicitly time travel. I don't know, like, wouldn't that be... Okay, no, I agree with Dragkeep. Absolutely agree with Dragkeep. Kiln the First Flame... I would need that explained to me a little bit. Because I've never really thought about Kiln the First Flame in Dark Souls 3 like that before. Not that I don't believe you, I'm like, oh, that's bullshit, I disagree. It's just like, I've never had it explained like that. You wake up in a collapsed filing shrine. Right, yes, I forgot about that part. Okay, no, I can see that then. Is that really time travel? Definitely some time does pass after you return all the lords to their thrones. I agree with that. That's a time... I think that's more of a time skip, and less of a time travel. It's kind of a travel. Yeah, it's a time skip. I'll call it a time skip. I mean, I know where we need to go. I just thought about it. It was the big doors that kind of, like, led to nothing, where, there's the dog that doesn't attack you. The one that, like, they forgot to program correctly to attack you. Which I'm gonna go say hi to that dog again. Don't I just... Actually, I just go to the Leendale streets then, I think. Yeah, you're looking to go the other... Exactly. So, like, this Leendale Legacy dungeon technically would have taken us 2 streams? But it took 3, because I ended a little bit earlier last time. And despite, like, getting everything here in Leendale, this dungeon still confuses my tiny, tiny brain. It's this way, I think. Or no, it's not. It's this way. It's this way. Or maybe I'm dumb. I could be dumb. Yeah, other way. God, yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember opening that door. I'm like, where did that door lead to again? Yeah, it's this way. I know exactly where we're going. Well, like, I know where we're going. I know what it looks like. I'll know when I'm there. Yeah, it's over here. Sorry, my poor ass sucks at navigation. I cannot wait to do a second playthrough of Elden Ring off-stream and still get lost in Leendale. I don't think it's a complicated level to navigate. It's a really, really simple level when you, like, break down the main parts of it, but... It's just From Software are really good at making areas look a lot bigger than they actually are. Okay, let's go say hi to this celebrity dog real quick. After we, just commit some misbegotten genocide. And I say that I fight for these people. Next time, checking the red marking should help. That's true, yeah, you go along here. My 5th playthrough is still lost. I still kind of get lost in the Duke's archives in Dark Souls 1 from time to time. Okay, so is it this dog that doesn't attack you? Okay, no it's not. No it's not. No it's not. It should be where one of the misbegotten warriors are. Well, I don't think they'll respawn. Yeah, right beside the Leonine. Which I'm guessing the Leonine doesn't respawn. I mean, if it does, it's free runes, but... I might actually end up hitting it on accident thanks to Ordorvis's Vortex. This one does. Pretty much the only way to farm their weapon. Oh, okay, the more you know. Thanks for the trivia. Welcome back, Crusader. Oh, I want to yap a little bit. Here they are. And the dog just... It just sits there. So apparently Gostock was going to be one of Godric's children. It was cut content. Gostock had a bit more of a questline from what I remember that was cut. That's really interesting. Apparently there was going to be more of a connection between the Misbegotten and Radagon, which makes sense considering that Leonine has, like, the red flowing hair. Yeah, that dog doesn't hurt you. Huh. The more you know. Yeah, I just wanted to check that out. Crusader says, I've raided kitchen at work for food because A, I'm hungry, and B, I'm a skiverin' little rat. Nothing wrong with that. God, I wish I could use Torrent. Also, during the break, I updated my questline stuff with Mountaintops of the Giant stuff. But there should be an in-between section between Mountaintops and Leyndell called the Forbidden Lands, I believe. Which I know it's a really short area, but I think there's like a boss or two. We can, I do know, because my notes say, there is a boss we can summon Millicent for. Yet again, no summons are required in the base game of Elden Ring for quest lines, so the guide is bullshit on that regard. The only time that a summon is ever required is in the DLC, from what I understand. I don't know the exact fight, I don't know the exact circumstances, I looked up someone asking that question, like, do you really need to summon in Elden Ring for quest lines? No. No, you don't. By a technicality, I think you do have to summon Ronnie for her ending once you beat the final boss. But that's a technicality. It's like, yeah, it's technically summoning her, but it's after the fight. Alright, here we go. No horsing around in the city premises. No Uma Musume allowed. Like, what? Damn, the Golden Order sucks if they're banning Uma Musume. Speaking of Uma Musume, a horse. Capital outskirts. I can't believe the Golden Order banned Gotcha. Yeah, aiming right for the horse butt. Lightning Spear's fun. It's so good. Correct, while being spoiler-free, there is one NPC, a questline in the DLC, that by literal definition of playing the game is not necessary. However, for the questline, yeah, I'm gonna have to summon them for a certain boss fight. So I'm excited for that. But we have so much of the base game to still go through, so like... we don't gotta worry about Shadow of the Erdtree for a while. I cannot believe that it came out last year. I keep telling myself, like, oh, Shadow of the Erdtree came out a while ago. It was only last year. Oh, right. What? Whoa, Big Scarab. Hi, Big Scarab. Thank you for the Somber Smithing Stone. I really need an Ancient Somber Smithing Stone. Or Ancient Dragon Somber Smithing Stone. It's a mouthful. Why is it so big? It's the Big Scarab. I'm sorry, Big Scarab. The Scarabs are really cute. They're just little guys. Unfortunately, they drop valuable things, so I gotta commit violence. First off down, and then right. Didn't expect good luck. I'm gonna look around here first. All of these messages will just be jokes. Well, like, I can go that way. Beware your boss, therefore seek lift. First off, checkpoint. Okay, they're recommending that I do the, like, I go up the lift first. Or down the lift. First off, down is a skill issue. Oh, alright, let's see. Oh, cause... Oh, I see. I was trying to figure out which way was the path ahead. It's this one. First off, well done, and then let there be good luck. Okay, yeah, the Forbidden Lands. Let me just activate that grace and go up the other way real quick. I want to see where that leads. There's an item over there. Scarabs are pretty, just like everyone here is pretty, Ocean. Crusader says, if you have even a single shred of a brain cell, you summon him regardless, because it's literally the single hardest speech in the entire series. I didn't mean you, as in you, Lumi, I just mean in general. I'll make sure, don't worry. I won't miss out. Like, the entire point of this playthrough is so that we don't miss out on stuff. So then when I do, like, subsequent playthroughs of Elden Ring off-stream, I won't read all the item descriptions, probably. Oh, shit. We're in the abyss! Artorias! What? Holy fuck! It's the Four Kings! I mean, the Fell Twins! It's the Four Kings! I don't have the crest, or not crest, the Covenant of Artorias equipped. Alright, they're omens. And what did we learn after killing Morgoth? That's right! All omens deserve to die. No such thing as a good omen. I'm being sarcastic. Okay, there we go. Okay, what the fuck was that? Omen Killer Rollo. Okay, can I go out? Thank you. Alright. That, to me, kind of looks like the Divine Tower. Should we do the Divine Tower of Altus straight away? Or is that something we should wait on? Oh yeah, because no, sorry, this is the Divine Tower. I was looking the wrong way. That's where we came from. Check this, or sorry, crack this one open, okay. Good sword ahead, I've been promised. But yeah, no, that was surprising. I didn't expect that either. And yes, I did miss a hidden dollar on the elevator, Looney. I'm gonna go back and get that when we head back down, I guess. Blinded by holy power. I don't remember this. The Four Kings let themselves go this badly. The DPS checked nerds, exactly. I'm gonna remember that for a while, like the random gank fight of the two Fell Omen twins. Crafting a divine one with the twins, hell yeah. Alright, so we got Omen Killer Rollo. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of Omen Killer Rollo. Spirit of Rollo, known as the first Omen Killer. Once a famous perfumer, Rollo imbibed a physic to rid himself of emotion, thus enabling him to enact his nightmarish labor, hunting the Omen. Okay. Interesting. I don't think Ocean was trying to be fat-phobic, Moon. I think Ocean more so meant them getting corrupted with the Omen curse. But yeah, just to make it explicitly clear, we're not fat-phobic here. We love all body types. I love my fat wife. My chubby, beautiful fat wife, who I'm gonna cuddle. I'm sure Ocean means no hostile intent. Cracking a divine twin. Cracking open divine twins with the one. Hell yeah. How's the journey to the Erdtree going? Well, we defeated Morgott, and we're gonna be heading to the mountaintops of the Giants soon. And we're gonna burn the Erdtree at some point. Not anytime soon. I hope you're doing alright, Schlorp. It's lovely to see you around. We just did a gank fight against 2 Omen twins. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, the Omen killers literally feel no emotions, or at least the original Omen killer felt no emotion for killing the Omens. Literally just made a physic to rid himself of emotion, thus enabling him to enact his nightmarish labor, hunting the Omen. Alright. We're not going to use that Spirit Ash. If there's literally any Spirit Ash that I'm going to use, it would be the Mimic tier. And we haven't needed it thus far. Some people swear by Rollo. As a summon, that is, yeah. No, there's some people who are like, yeah! I love Rollo, that's my favorite Elden Ring character. And then someone else replies, oh, my favorite Elden Ring character is Godfroy. Mimic or Tish? I prefer Tish heavy. That's fair, that's absolutely fair. Actually, my favorite Elden Ring character is Piss Godfrey. Not Godfrey, Piss Godfrey. Alright. Overcast. Time for Faith, and then seek jumping off. Behold death. Hey Athena, it's lovely to see you around. Your favorite Elden Ring character is Saint Trina. We don't know much about Saint Trina at the moment, other than just their names come up in a lot of item descriptions relating to sleep as a status effect. Beware of lovable sort, but seek something incredible. I have faith, and then seek jumping off is pretty good. Yeah. I don't know what you snickering about, Alex, but if there's another boss up here, I'll beat their ass. Your Elden Ring character is the Divine Tower of Liurnia. Oh god. Climbing that. Oh, no, there is no boss. Erdtree. Okay, well, it's time to activate Morgoth's Great Rune. Directed towards my... Oh, I see, I see. There we go. Morgoth's Great Rune. Great Rune restored. Also, I thought about it, but it's really interesting that, like, every demigod, or, like, every shard bearer has their own 2 fingers, and they're all, like, seemingly dead. Like, Ronnie had to kill hers. There's just something, like, it's some interesting visual storytelling there. Anyway, let's see what Morgoth's Great Rune actually does, and get a little bit of extra lore on our favorite Omen King. A Great Rune of the Shard-Bearer Morgoth. Its blessing greatly raises maximum HP. This Great Rune is the anchor ring that houses the base, and proves 2 things. That the Omen King was born of the Golden lineage, and that he was indeed the Lord of Leyndell. Okay. So that's just reaffirming that, yes, Morgoth was not a random guy, he was of the Golden lineage. Supposedly their connection to the greater world. Yeah, like, we know that every Empyrean has their own 2 fingers. Like, Ronnie had to kill her 2 fingers. So supposedly, the other Empyreans that I know of would be Melania? I think that's it? Technically, Marika was an Empyrean / is an Empyrean, but, like, she's currently God, so I guess she has their 2 fingers, kinda. Kinda. Demigods they've slain so far were Empyreans. Yeah. So it's just interesting that there's, like, some dead 2 fingers here. Melania is 100% an Empyrean. We were literally told that. So that'll be interesting to see the payoffs for. Them all being dead has implications. Absolutely. This seems like a pretty good Great Rune. I mean, more HP is really nice, so... Or at least part Empyrean. Yeah. Because I'm trying to remember his name. Sage Gowry basically lore dumped us about Melania. And all that. But yes, sorry. Back to the functionality of this Great Rune. It seems okay. I don't think it matters for me that much, considering that, like... thanks to Godric's Great Rune, at least at the current moment, I am over the soft cap for Vigor, so... Or else is a DS3 Ember. Okay, so, I mean, that should be pretty good then. I feel like just going back to Radahn's, though. That gives you plus 500 HP. Or maybe I'll use this one. Because Morgaunt might actually be one of my favorite characters now. Plus 25%. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm just thinking it might be a little bit overkill, but, like, more HP is never bad. So rather than a flat number, it's a percentage. It would not be? Okay. There's a 5 in there somewhere. Hey, it's close enough. Close enough. Okay. There's the anchor ring that houses the base. Interesting. All right. I'm trying to think about, like, the logo of, like, Elden Ring, because you see, like, at least part of the Elden Ring, or, like, the Great Runes on like, the cover for the game. Like, the 3 overlapping circles near the bottom is Godric's or whatever, so I'm just like... Yeah, they're both stated to be the anchor, so you see it in, like, the game's logo. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, yes! I've definitely seen this pattern as part of the game's logo. But that's really cool. I'd love to see if you get to see what the Elden Ring looks like in full, but that'll be much later. We'll have to see it by the end of the game. Who knows? But we do know that the Elden Ring's fucking massive. Alright. Did I get this grace? Oh, yes I did. Let's go to the Forbidden Lands now. We should take a stretch and hydrate break. It has been another hour of stream. Feels like, God, time is just going by so quickly this stream. Just because, like, we've had a lot of lore stuff to talk about, really, so we've been taking, like, frequent pauses. Let's not have a break straight away. Let's wait, like, another 10 minutes or so. Because I want to actually accomplish some more things before we take a break. Oh, right, hidden elevator door. Yeah, thank you so much for the reminder. I'm never bothered if people remind me of stuff like that. Because what happens is if I forget something on stream, as soon as I end the stream, I literally facepalm and I'm like, fuck! I forgot to do that! Like last time, I didn't read the description of the Duelist Greaves, and I was like, fuck! Forgot to read that item description. Alright, hopefully I can get the drop here. It's just a little dark here and scary. I don't actually know where the drop-off is. I think it's on the other side. I'm gonna need to take this thing up and down a couple of times to spot it. Is it on this side? Facing the east? Oh. Well, I know where the drop-off is now. Okay, I gotta change my Great Rune. I like that I was able to beat Morgott first try. Like, I know that I have the Night Rain experience, but still, beating him first try. But then this is what gets me killed. Right in front of my OSHA handbook. Someone needs to fix that fucking elevator. I'm gonna sue. I'm gonna sue the Golden Order. You can't beat gravity, it's true. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna equip Morgott's Great Rune. Because I think out of all of the Great Runes that we have at the moment, we do have Renala's. It's just, like, not one that you equip. But yeah, out of all the Great Runes we have, I think Morgott might be my favorite of the Shard Bearers. Thus far I see it. Oh god. Okay. Well, I know it's, like, to the southwest, or west. Yeah, thank you, Alex, for telling me it was near the bottom as I was falling to my death. I know this stream delay and all, it takes a while to talk. Or to type, sorry, but... Alright. It's probably easier to do it going up than... Yeah. Let's just do it going up. We get to play on the elevator. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, at least it didn't kill. I have to jump. Not roll. This isn't Dark Souls. You don't roll. You can jump. Thank you for the clip, Jolly. I don't see the full clip name on my end. I just see the elevator boss claims. And I think that just goes hard. I don't even need to see the rest of the clip title. See, this is why I don't use rune arcs in Elden Ring, because, like, I'm gonna lose them to something dumb like that. Official's attire. Oh, that's Kenneth's outfit. And also, Blade of Calling. Oh. No hidden wall or anything. There'd be a player message if there was. Alright, let's take a look at this. Blade of Calling. Dagger given to one who set out on a journey to fulfill her duty long ago. The power of its former owner, the Kindling Maiden, is still apparent. The one who walks alongside flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. And the unique skill is Blade of Gold. Leap into the air, charging the armament with golden flames that are then shot at the enemy as a single blade-like projectile. Inflicts holy damage, and this is, yes, a dagger. We got some faith requirements and all that, and then official's attire. Oh, actually, no, I think this is slightly different from Kenneth's. It's just, I saw the small picture of it, I'm like, oh, this vaguely looks like Kenneth's. I think it is. We literally talked to Kenneth a couple of minutes ago, and I'm forgetting what color his robe was. But anyway, this is a grubby blue robe worn by magisterial officials to carry out their grim tasks. Surveillance, executions, gruesome rituals, the darkest duties drive the wheels of mankind. Don't think this is Kenneth's, actually? Yeah. I mean, I like, the emblem in the middle definitely doesn't look like Kenneth's robe. But it'd be really funny if this was Kenneth's robe and this is the item description of it. Would be very, very, very funny. Okay. So that's cool and all, but I'm gonna go back to the dagger description, because I want to talk about that for a second. Because I as soon as I read the item description, I was like, oh, I understand. It makes sense now. Things are really clicking into place. Things are coming together. This is why we aren't making much progress in the stream. This is just a lore stream, mostly. Okay. So here we go. The Kindling Maiden is Melina. I mean, that's so fucking obvious. Anyone with 2 brain cells could figure that out. But I just wanted to state that. The power of its former owner, the Kingly Maiden, is still apparent. And also, when we looked at Melena's summoning sign for the Morgott boss fight, she was holding this dagger, so... Yeah, exactly. It's what Melina uses when fighting Morgott. So, by knowing that this is Melina's dagger, the description tells us that us, the player, because we walk alongside Flame, or we... I don't... This is either implying that we are going to meet Destined Death, or Melina will meet Destined Death, because it depends on how you interpret the one who walks alongside Flame. If Flame is literal here, it's talking about Melina. If it's symbolic of Melina being the Kindling Maiden, then it's us. We shall one day meet the road of Destined Death. Yeah, either way, somebody gonna die. So... that'll be sad. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, don't get too attached. Like, that's what anime fans say when they're like, oh, I won't spoil this anime for you, but I'll tell you the spoilers. Like, you know, through a very, like, wink-wink manner. Dear Lord. God. I don't really watch anime much these days. But, like, there are some anime fans out there that infuriate me that much to the point where I had to fuel my hater energy when I put on that voice. Alex says that rune arcs are prohibitively rare unless you're a career invader, in which case they're worthless. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, the elevator does rotate a little bit. Yeah, no, that's really cool that you can get Melina's dagger. Unfortunately, it's a dagger. I don't like daggers in FromSoft games. I really do not like daggers. They just don't do poise damage, and I care about poise damage. Dagger, heresy. Yeah, I've never liked daggers in Souls games. I think daggers feel good in this game? Probably. You're not far off, but those two lines are very indicative of some part of Melina's whole vibe. Also has connections to one of the endings. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I'll keep this in the back of my mind as we progress. I wonder who it's taught. Wait, set out on a journey to fulfill her duty long ago. The power of its former owner, the Kindling Maiden, is still apparent. So who was the current owner of this? Well, it's Melina's. So was there a Kindling Maiden before her? God, that's fucking with my brain. I mean, we got it here, so it's probably some random person who had the dagger before Melina did. Alright. Oh, we can just drop down here? Yep, we're all good. Yeah, so it seems like the plan is to burn the Erdtree and set free the power of the Rune of Death, also known as Destined Death, in order to actually get into the Erdtree. We'll take a stretch and hydrate break here. I know we really haven't made much progress in this stream, because it's just been a story-focused stream. When we come back from the break, we're gonna pretty much rush to the Grand Lift of Rold. And we'll get the map of Mountaintops of the Giants. We can go and do the Volcano Manor assassination. But yeah, I envision that we'll do like proper longer Mountaintops of the Giants streams on... Not, I was gonna say on the weekend, but it's Friday and Saturday for me, so that only one of those days is the weekend. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'm gonna go for a break. See you all in a little bit, and yeah. We'll continue on to the Mountaintops of the Giants after the break. I'll catch you all then. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying my best not to laugh my ass off, just like looking at the death counter right there. I can't believe we fucking incremented it by 1 because of my silly self. It's just really funny. To me, at least. And maybe it's funny to other people as well. Crusader left a message here for me while I was on break. Neat little thing, if you summon Melina to help you fight Morgott, the moveset she uses is a combination between a boss you haven't met and a Black Knife Assassin. That's awesome. I guess on my second playthrough I might summon her. Then we must laugh at death. But never those who live in death. Hi, Isaac. It's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. I'm gonna get you a shout out. Because you stream as well. I've been going through Baldur's Gate 3. we just defeated Morgott, and we've done a bunch of lore stuff, a bunch of questline stuff, and we are now finally ready to continue into the Forbidden Lands and to the mountaintops of the Giants. Very, very exciting. Welcome back, thank you, Lumi. Slowly, slowly. Yes, we're making slow progress here. Oh my goodness. Well then, thank you so much for the raid, Marketchin. I really, really do appreciate it. I hope you had a wonderful time with your stream. almost back-to-back raids. Yeah, let me get that shout out there. Yes, Marquis was playing Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals, which was just called Lufia in the PAL region. Am I correct on that, Marquis? Hopefully I'm correct on that. Very, very cool SNES RPG that Marquis is playing through on stream, revisiting it even, fully completing the game. Welcome in, Fida, welcome in, Marquis. It's lovely to see you all around. Good evening, Lumi and friends. Hello, Marquis, good evening. If you're not following Markchin already and you like the way that I've been playing through Elden Ring, you know, like very thoroughly paying attention to everything, you know, full completionist style, that's literally Marquis streams. If you like these Elden Ring streams, you will like Marquis stuff. Yes, please check out Marquis. He's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for reading in here and trusting your community with me. And you're correct on that. This was my introduction to it as well when I was just a little Marquis. Yeah. Thank you so very much for the warm welcome, Lumi. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'm doing absolutely phenomenal, thank you. We have made some major story progress here in Elden Ring, and in fact, I can proudly tell you this, Marquis, but I earned a single Steam achievement. That's massive for Elden Ring. Like, Marquis been going through Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin for the first time, and 100%ing it with all the Steam achievements. Marquis knows just how much a single Steam achievement means in a Souls game, especially when it's a game like Dark Souls 2 or Elden Ring, which are the longest games, you know, in the entire Soulsborne franchise, as people call it. Yeah, I am gaming. I'm absolutely gaming. Yes, if you're not following Marquis already, go follow him. And Marquis, Raiders, if you're gonna raid and run, please feel free to do so. I know it's getting late in a lot of time zones. And my stream might not be your thing, that's totally fine. And just in case you're new here, hi, I'm Lumi, I'm a Hot Lady Night VTuber. I do playthroughs of RPGs, and I'm just gonna say at this point, I do playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes. I do also play through a lot of story-focused games, and I like to do a lot of variety stuff as well, with multiplayer games and whatnot, but over the past few months, this has been our current main project on the channel. A first-time, blind, 100% all bosses playthrough of Elden Ring, including the critically acclaimed DLC expansion, Shadow of the Erdtree. And we have just crossed through a major threshold in the main story. We've made some pretty big progress. There's been a lot of plot revelations going on. You know, the heartstrings have been tugged at a little bit, actually, with some of the lore that we've read tonight. It's been really, really nice, and we are just about to start on I guess you could call it a later game area. We're definitely not in the early game anymore. Yes, we're starting on a later game area in just a moment once we stand up from this grace. It's not a bonfire, it's called a grace. And you'll learn more about that, Marquis, when you get around to playing Elden Ring, if you wish to play it. in 2060. Actually, no, maybe 2077, like that cyberpunk game, like that year, when everyone's gonna have like robot arms and genitalia. I don't know what I'm saying. We're also 18 plus here, so just no kids around here. Congratulations, Lumi. Thank you, Marky. I'm quite tired, but I shall lurk for as long as I can. Thank you. A lore-intensive playthrough. That's another great way of putting it, Isaac. I could just say, yeah, like a lore-focused playthrough. The critically acclaimed Lumi, lore mostly. That's me. 2077 is gonna be a good one for Marky. It absolutely is. 2077, where our junk clips through our pants on launch day. Can't wait for it. Alright. So yes, we are here in the Forbidden Lands, which, from what I know, is like probably one of the shortest areas in the entire game, but we're still gonna be thorough here and find everything. Can we use Torrent? We can. God, I missed my horse. What a part of this game is, in terms of mandatory story bosses, you aren't even halfway through this. That's amazing. But also, oh my goodness, this game's long. I thought Dark Souls 2 was long. My first playthrough of Dark Souls 2 here on stream, playing in a very similar way that I've been playing Elden Ring, that was about 90 hours of playtime. Just to show you how much playtime we have. We have 139 hours and we're still in the base game. Which is wild to me. But it'll be worth it, because we will be getting every single Steam achievement at the end of this playthrough. Gonna follow Marky, not because he told me to, but because I want to. Yay! That's awesome. That's awesome when you use your free will to do that. First off, night. Oh, is there a nighttime boss here? Or are they just memeing? Try target lock. Fortnite? Okay. I did see a Volga militia there. I'm gonna pause time to nighttime if it's not night already. I didn't actually pay attention to the UI, what time it said it was. Just in case they're being literal here. Steam says I've been playing Dark Souls 2 for 125 hours. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is a huge game, Marky. Absolutely, it's so incredible what they were able to pull off in the sequel. It was late day already? Okay. Yeah, my ass was not paying attention. Now it's real night. Yeah, I thought that mess... Because since this is an all bosses playthrough, we do need to do all bosses. So that includes bosses that exclusively only show up at nighttime. Which I think that is a cool idea, but for the sake of doing all bosses, it's pretty annoying. But thankfully we have player messages to tell us about all of this. Apparently there's a head ahead and there's a bunch of Volga militia. It's great. Oh, also, for people coming from Marky's stream, I was just reminded, thanks to that emote there, Crusader, I will be doing a first-time blind playthrough of Hollow Knight sometime next year, as a stream incentive. I'm really looking forward to it. Nighttime bosses were a near miss, IMO. Yeah. Look carefully and then skeleton. Oh yeah, I can vaguely see it through all the mist here. So that's what that message was referring to. It doesn't help that a lot of the nighttime bosses are just like Knight's Cavalry again, or Deathbird again. But, you know, like if you're a completionist or you're someone who wants to be thorough, it's so annoying. Especially if you're playing in offline mode and you're not using guides. How the fuck are you meant to know that there are bosses that only show up in very specific spots at very specific times? That's why we play in online mode, baby! You're doing that, Lumi? You know where to find me if you'd like. Oh, absolutely, Marky. Be honored if you would even watch my Hollow Knight streams. And I know this might be hard for some Hollow Knight fans, but not spoil the experience. I've heard that people are pretty bad when it comes to Hollow Knight spoilers. They can't keep their mouths shut about things. At the very least, I would like to do my first playthrough of Hollow Knight without any outside knowledge. Which means that I'll probably miss out on a ton of things, but that's how I would like to do my first playthrough. Whereas with the Elden Ring playthrough here, I've been consulting a ton of guides because I want to find everything in my first playthrough. It really depends on what mood I'm in for the game. Like how thorough I want to be. On my first playthrough, obviously. Just smite them for you, thank you, Marky. I just ran over a trap. But I got a nascent butterfly, so it was worth it. That's just a dead end here. I think this area is pretty much just a straight beeline to the Grand Lift of Rold, but I'm still exploring it anyway, just in case there's some goodies to pick up. What does this one say? Try night, and then night. Oh, yeah, that's a Knight's Cavalry. There we go, okay. So the messages were being truthful. I'm gonna see if I can parry you. Yeah, so you can parry Knight's Cavalry, and if you do it immediately kicks them off their horse, but I'm gonna be honest, I am ass at it. Whereas Moon, my beautiful wife and partner, she's amazing at it. She just pulls it off super easily. It's just the timing on the attacks, they're throwing me off. And then of course you have to make sure it's an attack that's actually parryable. Like, that was too late. I'm okay to take a death just for aura farming. Oh, there we go, fuck you. Okay, that move is pretty easy to parry. Oh, no shit. The strat is with Knight's Cavalry is once you knock them off the horse, you want to just keep circling around them, because they won't try to resummon their steed if you're in their face constantly. And if they try to summon it and you're behind them, you can just backstab them and reset your pressure. I'm talking like this is a fighting game, because there's a lot of stuff that kind of carries over from fighting games to Souls-likes. And a couple of my viewers here do come from when I used to do fighting game streams. I don't really do them anymore because I don't like the FGC that much. I still love fighting games though. Well, I guess we can go for another parry since you're back on the horse anyway. I find the best thing to do is to just lock on to the rider and then just don't do that attack. Please just do that attack, thank you. No, I can elaborate, Alex. No bad experiences in the FGC per se, just like it's a vibes thing. Where it's like, I've had some of the weirdest chatters in the fighting game categories. But like, not anything like traumatizing. And like, yeah, just people being weird in fighting game categories from time to time. And also, because like those streams are my most active, like if I cared to like become a Twitch partner, like do streaming as a career, I would just stream fighting games for the rest of my career, because like my fighting game streams would always like be incredibly busy. You know, even having like over hundreds of viewers from time to time. And I found that I just didn't really vibe with that kind of like hyper-active stream where like there's hundreds of people and chat is going at lightning speed. Alright, I've given up on parrying this fucker. Well, please just Just die already. I'm getting real sick of their shit. It'd be really funny if I died after all this yapping. Like, the fight hasn't been the subject, because this is just generic Knights Cavalry fight 500, you know? Okay, there we go. And then we're just do that, and can I stab you? No? Okay, there we go. That's fine. Well, we got Phantom Slash, which is a very, very cool weapon skill, like, visually. Ah, Knight. First off, weak foe. Fortnite, yeah! Actually, I don't really fuck with Fortnite much these days. Epic Games have been doing some weird stuff with AI that I don't like. I'm just gonna go back to the Grace, and I think we can get a level up. We might as well do that. Straight up, I just strafe around to his behind, so I cannot be denied a crit. Yeah, that's probably much better. Yeah, pretty much the best way to deal with Knights Cavalry is get them off the horse and then just circle around them non-stop until they die. That's kind of it. Yeah, let me catch up on chat before we continue ahead. Isaac says, I believe that the game was not designed to be 100%. You're kind of supposed to explore randomly, use the gear you happen to find in random holes in the ground. Maybe you ran into a boss more than once, but probably not. The game is long as heck if you actually try to do everything. Oh, absolutely, Isaac. These games are designed specifically so that you will miss things, but then you'll go online and, like, you'll talk to people about your experiences playing these games, and they'll be like, oh, you know, did you find this boss? And I'm like, whoa, I had no idea about that. You know, that's why we have the player message function online. Because Souls games, at least by From Software, are designed to be talked about. They're designed for people to talk about their experiences and help others and whatnot. Which is why I'm okay with backseating with these streams, because, like, to me, that's the heart of Souls, is helping each other out through the lonely journey. Now, if people don't want backseating in their Souls streams, like Marky, then that's totally fine. But that's how I like to approach From Software's games. Is that 4 frames to get it right on 60 FPS? Damn, that's a tight parry window. Joe says, kind of a game designed for replays rather than a completionist one run. Exactly, yeah. Don't do what I'm doing for your first playthrough of Elden Ring unless you really want to do that kind of style. As that says, my favorite runs are the ones where I only have to hit 4 or 5 mini dungeons to get my build together, and then I can enjoy the major bosses. Yeah. A Crusader says, real shit, gotta get slightly off topic for a sec. Why is the best part of a bag of Chex Mix tiny crunchy bread slices? Yet there's barely any of them. They don't sell bags of just the tiny bread slices. That's all I'll say on the matter. No, I agree with you, absolutely. But why don't they do that? Terrible idea. Garlic bread in all forms is the best. So true. Me when the boss has late game scaling, straight up just, yeah. Okay, I'm caught up on chat now, finally. Game designers have AI brain rot? Yeah, absolutely, they do. AAA designers. They also said, hey, let's collab with Harry Potter in 2025. That was a leak. I hope the leak is not true, or if it is true, I hope enough people convince Epic Games to not do it, because if Epic Games does it, then, like, I will never touch Fortnite ever again. And the downside is a lot of pressure to do so comes from higher-ups. Yeah, they're saying like, oh yeah, Gen AI is the future, we gotta do it for business. Yeah, it sucks. Wow, I can't believe this game uses AI. That's right, Elden Ring uses AI for the enemies. I'm sorry if I scared anyone with that statement for a second. Oh my god, that's From Software. That's From Software using AI in their games. Holy fuck. They're using AI for the enemies. You're telling me there isn't, like, a From Software employee personally controlling every single enemy? It's some HP-related marketing lately, which is odd because I'm not a fucking turf. Exactly! I keep getting fucking ads for, like, audio Harry Potter, like, books here on Twitch. And it drives me fucking mad, because it's Audible, right? And Audible is owned by Amazon, and Amazon owns everything. But it still pisses me off. Yeah, feel free to use ad blockers on my stream, by the way, because, like, unless I'm running ads, like, every hour or so, I really don't earn anything off of it, and I don't need to earn money off of the ads. Pushing it on everyone, yeah. Or to survive these days, 100% ad block. Yeah, like, go for it. Like, if you want to support the stream, the best way you can do that is literally just by lurking. No one owes me money. No one owes me, like, chats or anything. Literally just lurk in the stream. Or, like, repost my Blue Sky posts when I go live. Like, literally that. There's more things you can do. You know, you can clip stuff. Obviously, there's, like, monetary stuff, but, like, I'm happy with all the support I get already, so I'm not asking for anything more. Nor do I expect anything from anyone. I've always said this countless times, like, I do not expect anything from anyone. Like, don't apologize for not being here or not being subscribed or whatever, like, I'm not a content creator in that way. I'm just a girl who does Let's Plays on the internet, like... I'm just chilling. I don't even know if I'd want to do this as a job. Because if chat was any busier than it was now, I think I'd be pretty miserable. I wouldn't be able to keep up with anything. So I just have to ignore you guys the whole time. For the sake of content, for the sake of being entertaining. That sounds depressing as hell. No shade if, like, that's your goal and you want to become, like, ultra famous as, like, a VTuber or whatever. But... that's just how I feel. Jumping! Time for unguarded. Did that say unguarded? I just kind of skimmed it. Be wary of cliff. Yeah. I think we're basically done with the Forbidden Lands. There shouldn't... actually, I think there's one more boss in the Forbidden Lands, and then that's it. This is not a long area by any means. And in fact, you can just fucking run forward, and that's it. This is the level that the Dark Souls 2 designers made. I'm sorry, I love Dark Souls 3. Or, sorry, did I say 2? I meant 3. This is a level that the Dark Souls 3 designers made. I'm sorry, I love Dark Souls 3. I just had to make a joke. I've been told about a ranged battle. That's just a Crimson Scarab, so it doesn't really matter for me. But I mean, I'll take it. I'll take the, no flask refill. Because I didn't need any. Oh, I need a two-hand to make that one shot. It's so weird to have an Elden Ring area that's just not playing music constantly. But I guess because they're trying to, like, build anticipation. That's what I imagine, at least. Or maybe because this really was designed by the Dark Souls 3 level designers, and, like, we gotta make it like Dark Souls. No music while you're exploring. I do like that Elden Ring has music while exploring, but also I wouldn't mind, like, turning it off either. I just enjoy listening to, like, the sounds of, like, your character running around and, like, rolling and whatnot. They're, like, really therapeutic for me. Light, yeah. But I do see the scarabs, I'm just like... is there anything else that I should check out before the scarabs? Like, we could go this way? I highly doubt this will lead to much, but... let me guess, jumping off? Gorgeous view ahead. Yeah, that's beautiful. Free. It's just, okay, it's just another crimson one. So I guess you're kind of expected to do this area in one fell swoop, rather than doing what I did and, like, go back to the Grace. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that was just the Crimson one, right? Yeah. If it was not the Crimson one, and I, like, am colorblind, feel free to yell at me. Don't literally yell at me, but I can get it. Where your head, therefore be wary of rushing in. Strong foe ahead. If it's Volga Militia, I don't think they're very strong. Not at this point. Is that a fly? Oh, no. Oh, it is a flying scarab. Kind of. These ones can hurt a bit? Okay. Oh, that's a golden seed. That's awesome. Very excited to grab that. Time for head. Oh, because we're on top of the... Be wary of fire. Oh! There's the head! I was looking for the skull. I'm like, where is it? What kind of skull are we looking at? Like a dragon or... Probably a giant. Most likely a giant. We are literally going to mountaintops of the giants. I would not be surprised if we got a lot of lore and environmental storytelling about the giants, because that's kind of one part of the lore that we don't know much about. We know that there was a war against the giants and that the trolls are descendants of the giants, but that's kind of it. Likely death, yeah. But when I say giants, I think of Dark Souls giants. So Elden Ring giants are, like, significantly larger, is the impression that I'm getting. There we go, golden seed. Is that just another, like, top-up scarab? Yep, it is, so we don't care about it. I really wish that I could buff Ordovis's Greatsword. That's a change that Night Rain made, where every weapon is, like, infusible / buffable. It's really busted, it's really broken. It would totally destroy the balance of Elden Ring, but, like, this game already has broken things in it, you know, it wouldn't hurt to break it a little bit more. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to this Volga Militia. God, that's a brutal death. If they fell all the way, that would be even worse. Yeah, it's just a crimson one. East ahead, okay. Behold checkpoint, all the more danger ahead. Yeah, so there's America, a Statue of America. I can't take this ahead. So if there's a boss ahead, I think there's a summon sign for Millicent. I'm pretty sure the summon sign for Millicent would be closer to the Statue of America. Oh, it's a Statue of America now. Y'all, we're going to the States. Only is the most convenient summon signs true. And hi, it's one of these bitches again, remember? Remember when we fought one of these in Dragon Barrow? Like we popped off? Remember that stream? Anyway, I hate these fuckers just as much as everyone in chat does. So this is all for you. God, yeah, the timing on that's so awkward, because you have to roll two things. I guess you could jump the ground crash or the earth shaking upon that slam, but yeah. Yeah, no, don't worry, I see you all who hate these gargoyles. I kind of hate them as well. But Crusader, I think, because Dragonbear is meant to technically be a later game area, it's really weird, like, they put this super high level area to the north of Caelid, but the south is, like, you know, pretty chill for the most part. I know this because, like, you know, people have data mined the game to see, like, you know, the level values of everything, and Dragonbear is, like, I think, like, around level 90 to 100? Or, you know, I think that's a little bit higher than what it actually is. I think it's 80 to 90 is the level range for it. Anyway, yeah. We got the Gargoyle's Black Blade and the Gargoyle's Black Axe. I couldn't even summon Millicent for that if I wanted to, I just got jumped. Alright, so we're at the Grand Lift now, which is awesome. But I want to take a look around. There's probably a Grace, like, right at the foot of the lift. So we'll go and do that. We could probably get a level up if I spend some of my runes. I'll probably do that. I kind of want to use a rune arc, actually. I want to see just how big we can make this health bar with 60 vigor. And Morgoth's Great Rune. But, like, I'm really hesitant to do that, because you know the second I pop that Great Rune, I'm gonna find a cliff to fall off of immediately. Or it's like rune arcs. I think I said Great Rune. I'm not tired, it's just I'm talking very quickly because I'm just really excited for this part of Elden Ring, so if I misspeak and I say the wrong thing when I mean something else, it's not because I'm tired. Like, for once, it's not actually because I'm tired, it's just because I'm really excited for this part of Elden Ring. Not that I know what's gonna happen up here in Mountaintops of the Giants, it's just like, of all of the stuff that I had, like, you know, the little glimpses of Elden Ring that I had seen before getting to play this myself, I've seen nothing of Mountaintops of the Giants. Like, I've seen a little bit of Caelid, you know, I'd seen a little bit of Limgrave. But, you know, this is completely new to me. And then the double tree sentinels show up again. Could you imagine? Alright, how many runes do we need for next level? Okay, about 20,000-ish? Yeah, 20,000. Right, item descriptions. We will look at those. I guess now. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Oh god, I can't do the numbers in my head. Just use... Just two Newman's runes would be enough. There we go. 53 vigor. Eat your Runios for breakfast, exactly. You have either part of the Erdtree medallion? I don't... no, I think I do. I think I do. I'll check that in a little bit. Let's just catch up on our lore here. Because we have... Technically, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 item descriptions to read. Freezing Grease. Are you ready for the incredible lore of Freezing Grease? Solidified grease, made from a mixture of frozen materials. Craftable item, coats armament inflicting frost. The effect lasts only for a short time. Then we move on to Gargoyle's Black Axe. Bronze great axe wielded by valiant gargoyles, mended with blackened corpse wax. Deals holy damage. such as the mark of those who serve Malekith, the Black Blade, and the skill is Warcry. And then Gargoyle's Black Blades, bronze twin blade wielded by valiant gargoyles, amended with blackened corpse wax, deals holy damage, such as the mark of those who serve Malekith, the Black Blade. Neither of these weapons have a unique skill. Yeah. And yet you can't infuse them. Fuck you, I guess. I can't use either. I'm just short 2 points of faith. Gosh, if only I still had Godric's Great Rune activated, then I could use them. And then Ash of War, Phantom Slash. This Ash of War grants an armament the quality affinity and the following skill. Phantom Slash. Skill inspired by the fond remembrances of the Knight's Cavalry. Creates an apparition of the Knight's former instructor who guides a joint lunging upward swing. Additional input allows for a follow-up attack, usable on polearms and twin blades with great spears accepted. Yeah, this is a really cool skill, like, visually. Yeah, it's cool the Phantom doesn't mimic your weapon. Yeah, more or less that's basically it. It's a really cool skill visually, and also, like, the lore there is kind of cool, but... yeah, I can't see myself using it, really. Other than just for aura farming. Which, I mean, aura farming is important. Aura farming is very important. Alright. Alright. Let me catch up on chat, actually. We'll talk to the finger reader, and then we'll go up the lift, and that'll be the end of stream, I think. Okay, maybe we can explore a little bit of the mountaintops of the Giants. Maybe just a little bit. Just a teensy tiny peek. Yeah, sorry, oh my god, I missed so many messages because I was yapping so much. Isaac says, then you have to skip sponsorship messages on YouTube videos? Yeah, YouTube's most replayed feature. Such a meme, I can't believe they enabled us to do that. Yeah. Isaac says, okay, Lumi, obviously you're casting a very powerful Let's Play spell on me, and it's very hard to look away, but I have to break free and go do some job hunting. Best of luck with it. I know that job hunting fucking sucks, especially in the cursed year of 2025, so best of luck. Nyrene also made it so that legendary magic sword scales off of how strong you are, so yeah, that's a lot of changes. This game is broken things, says Crusader. Yes, sorcery. So true. Mr. Black Force. And then Alex says, the unmapped version of Caelid territory shows a path going to Limgrave Caelid border straight to Dragon Barrow? I can imagine why some people might rage quit the game if they went to Dragon Barrow, like, early on. You know, without knowing what they're doing. Anyway, yeah, let's look for... I'll look for the Haligtree medallion in my inventory, Crusader, if you're interested. But I do believe we have one of the halves, if not both. I think we have one of the halves already from Latenna. See, now you're getting it. We yap in the stream, job hunting in this economy in the big 25? More likely than you think. I'm guessing it's in my key items. Let's see, where are the medallions? Yeah, we do have the right side. Which, like, if we're getting near the Haligtree, then we might as well look at this description again. Which, by the way, we will be going to the Haligtree. Don't worry, we're not skipping that. We're not skipping any area. Right half of a split medallion depicting the Haligtree. Brandishing the medallion with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of Rold, granting access to a hidden path. In other words, this secret medallion will guide the bearer to the land of Miquella's Haligtree. Yeah, I don't know where the other half is, but I'm sure that we will find it. I mean, we kind of have to. Not spoiling anything, you're much, much closer to the Haligtree than you think. Well, the item description just told us we're at the Grand Lift of Rold. It's an alternate pop. Yeah, it just said in the description. Well, yeah, it's a ways off. It's like physically close to us, but we're not gonna go there for a while. Alright, let's talk to the finger reader.
fingers, please, your fingers.
Sure, take a look at my hands.
Turn back. Ahead lies the land of the giant's flame, and the way forth is forbidden. Hear me. The burning of the Erdtree is the first cardinal sin. Doing so will unbind destined death and slay the world itself. Who would dare put you up to such a task? Most certainly not the fingers.
Well, the fingers are currently, like, having a Skype call with the Greater Will, and the connection's really shitty. They said they'd be done with it in, like, hundreds of thousands of years. So, you know. Hi, Violet. It's lovely to see you around. Nice face, Grandma. Yeah, she's got no eyes. Didn't realize it said it in there. That's why I like looking at the item descriptions, because, like, it gives you those little details to help you on your way. Lore! Yeah! Lots and lots of lore. God, I wonder when we'll be able to upgrade the heavy Nagakiva. I just gotta get the right smithing stones for it. I think once we hit, like, my final levels, you know, for 150, I think we'll just start dumping points into Faith and Arcane primarily. Because I don't really need to change my decks if I'm only using heavy scaling. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go commit some sins! Yippee! Erdtree, good luck! Praise the Elden Ring, all the more no lover ahead. Nah, I'm built different. Lover's always ahead if you just look hard enough. Maybe the real lover was you all along. You know? Ever think of that? It's called self-love. Player ahead. Rolling required ahead. Thank you for the self-care redeem, Violet. We're actually going to go up this lift here. We'll hit the first grace of the mountaintops of the giants, and I think we'll wrap up stream. Alright, hoist medallion. We're here! I joined late, I take it? Yeah, basically right at the end. I did say that I want to push forward a little bit more, but... Holy shit, the Erdtree's right there. My eyes! Actually, I'm gonna turn off my lantern here. Where the heck are we now? We are at the mountain tops of the giants, which is all the way here on the map. Which, in case you're wondering, here's the entire world map, including the underground sections, from hell it froze over. So true. We should get the map at the very least before we wrap up stream. And we are here because we are seeking the Forge of the Giant's Flame in order to burn down the Erdtree. Because we're trying to get inside of the Erdtree, but it's not letting us in, so we need to burn it. Oh, hey, cool tree! Can't wait to fucking burn it, exactly. I'm very happy to burn the Erdtree. You know, it's literally the symbol of the Golden Order, like... What better way than to give a middle finger to the Golden Order than to burn their precious tree? First off, well done, thank you. But of course, because this is a Lumi playthrough, I have to... Oh, there we go, there's the title drop. Oh my god, Mountaintops of the Giants. I gotta check around here. There's probably, like, crafting materials and whatnot to pick up, at the very least. Or maybe there's not. I'd like to do these star searches... Oh, no, there are materials here. And thank you for the head pats, Rose. It's lovely to see you around, you cutie. Behold Erdtree. Yeah, okay, see, now we can look at the Erdtree without it burning our eyes. That's a lot less bright if we look at it this direction. Fuck the Erdtree. All my homies hate the Erdtree. Exactly. Get some beast blood. So yeah, we'll get the map of the Mountaintops of the Giants, and then we can wrap up. I'm so sorry to all the people who were coming in here at the end. But I kind of want to save Mountaintops of the Giants for the weekend. Or, I keep saying the weekend, it's not the weekend, it's Friday and Saturday in my time zone. What the Erdtree do to you? Well, it's a symbol of the Golden Order, and I don't like the Golden Order because, I could list 100 reasons why I hate the Golden Order. That joke kind of real because I don't know the story. Erdtree is symbol of the Golden Order. Golden Order is, very racist and very flawed, and we don't like it here. And also... imagine wanting to die, but the Erdtree said, no, you're gonna come into here in the Erdtree, and you're either gonna reincarnate or you're gonna be stuck in the Erdtree forever. Just like America is. Doesn't that sound amazing, being trapped in a tree with the souls of hundreds of thousands of millions of dead people? Yeah, it sounds great, doesn't it? Lumi's 99 thesis. Except for Goldmoss. Goldmoss is the only base person in the Golden Order. Oh, absolutely. We stan Goldmoss. Goldmoss will save the Golden Order, without a doubt. Goldmoss is the first person we've met in this game that looks at the Golden Order and goes, oh, this is fucked up. We need to remedy this. Also, it's like a spectral deer. I kind of want to hit it, but also... Oh, I mean, it's spectral. Of course I can't hit it. Well, the map's right there, and there should be a Grace not too far ahead either. We did also pick up a frozen... Or sorry, a Rhymed Roa. That's a new crafting material. Holy fuck. Oh, there's a mausoleum there. So I'd basically say that we're at another open world section. Like, I would call this an open world section of Elden Ring. We just got through a very linear section of Elden Ring, which was the royal capital of Leyndell. Now we're back to open world stuff. Go Mountaintops of the Giants west. Oh god, we're gonna need multiple maps for this area. Oh. Oh my god, what? Yura? The fuck are you doing here, Yura? Well, let's make that our plot twist. Let's make that the twist the stream ends on. We'll talk to Yura, ? Next time. And I'll have to ponder what the fuck this means. Yura, you died! How are you here? Anyway, let's look at item descriptions and then wrap up. Yeah, I'm such a genius, Alex. Perfect point to end the stream on. So I will have to go across these next few days just asking myself, how the fuck is he here? Alright. Mountaintops of the Giants, West. Map of the western mountaintops of the Giants. Marching ground during the war against the Giants. They carved winding paths in the cliff walls right up to the summit, leading to the untrodden snow-laden region beyond. Okay, and then rhymed Roa. A berry-like fruit, thought to be the original strain of Roa. Material used for crafting items, found in frigid highlands. This hardy species takes root even when frozen solid. Okay, so the original Roa, interesting. Alright, and then just looking at this description again, I'm really, really excited to learn more about the war against the Giants. That's one of my favorite things about getting to a new area is like the story that's gonna unfold there. And like, of course the gameplay, of course the bosses, like, I'm playing a video game, I'm not watching a movie. But yeah, I'm really excited to learn more about the Giants and the war against them. We're against the Giants, Dark Souls 2, two-time, exactly. We're about to become Vendrick. Oh god, I don't want to be like Vendrick. I mean, Vendrick was just like, that Manussi was real good. So. I don't blame Vendrick. That Nashandra pussy must have been fucking amazing. The Manussi. Alright, alright. I rest out this grace and then we'll close our save file here. Bye, Yura. I'll see you next time. 140 hours. There we go. Only one death this stream and it was like your normal Lumi shenanigans. Alright. But like before we end stream, I want to catch up in chat. I want to see what people are talking about. Yeah, so we did get one Steam achievement for the stream. We got Shardbearer Morgott, defeated Shardbearer Morgott. Did you know on Steam, 50.1% of players have this achievement? So, that's pretty cool. Like, half the player base who've played the game on Steam have defeated Morgott. That's actually surprisingly high. Let me catch up on chat, yeah. And they gerrymandered this bit of the map. So true. Crusader says, but from the base, I think the Erdtree is like 4,300-ish meters tall. Verse says, I had to go, so I missed some of the talk, but it's like the Erdtree itself an active participant in the Golden Order, or is it just a symbol chosen by Osshals? Okay, so the Erdtree literally is like the center of the Golden Order, because the Greater Will sent down a Golden Star Beast long, long ago that became the Erdtree, or no, I think it became the Elden Ring? No, it became the Erdtree. So, yeah, like, if you really want to spite the Greater Will, if you really want to spite the Golden Order, then burning the Erdtree is the perfect way to do that. And we fucking hate authorities here, so, like, of course we're gonna burn it down. Okay, Crusader has the facts here. I found it. From the underground base, the Erdtree is 5,048 meters tall. From ground level, the Erdtree is 4,452 meters. Huh. Alex says, recently watched a Dark Souls trilogy critique from the lens of a Marxist who called Vendrick a fucking lib. It's true though, it's true. I actually got sent that, I think. Well, Moon did send me a YouTube video that was like talking about Dark Souls lore from like the perspective of a Marxist. Because, like, there's a lot of like, capitalism, anti-authoritarianism, themes across all of these games. So, like, going into them with that kind of reading is really interesting. Oh, thank you for putting it in kilometers for me, Crusader. That is the unit of measurement that we use here in the land down under. Or 16,562 and 14,404 feet, respectively, for my fellow what the fuck is a kilometer speakers. Okay. Oh wait, no, okay, no, that was feet, right, yes. Thank you for putting it in kilometers originally. I'm tired. Yeah, GGG. Yeah, later, Lumi, thank you so much for being here. Context, the tallest building IRL isn't even a kilometer. Yeah, it's wild. Also, hi Flo, we're just about to get wrapped up here. Sorry, yes, let me stop yapping, let's actually get wrapped up. Thank you so much for coming by to stream, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed some Lumi Elden Ring. Yes, we beat Margot. We beat the guy. We beat John. Okay, no, we didn't beat John Elden Ring. We beat John Elden Ring last time. That was Vargrim, the Raging Wolf. But we beat John Omen, so that's something. Anyway, let me quickly promote the socials. I was about to shout out the socials. No, here's the socials, here's the Discord server, you know the drill. I post my stream schedule every single week on both Discord and Blue Sky, and I do also upload all of these Elden Ring VODs onto YouTube, and I am actually actively making YouTube videos again. I have a video out reviewing Once Upon a Katamari. I also have a video out as like a mini review of the Atelier Ryza Deluxe trilogy. So you can go check those out if you want to. And I'm hoping to make some Elden Ring Night Rain YouTube videos off stream as well, because we're not going to be streaming Night Rain anytime soon, because Elden Ring's been taking up our time here, so do look forward to some more Night Rain stuff on YouTube. And on Twitch, we'll just keep focusing on Elden Ring here. Thank you for the stream tonight, Lumi. Thank you for being here, Marquis. Absolutely lovely to see you around. Thank you for raiding in. Thank you for streaming, Lumi. Thank you for being here, Looney. Yeah, let me thank everyone who came by to stream, and then we'll try to find someone to raid off into. I got a lot of people to thank, so let's get this started. Thank you so much for being here, Moon, and thank you so much for the resubscription of 16 months. Thank you so much for being here, The Hidden Donut, and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for being here, Kaz, Demoness Faye, Melissa, Alex Speedling, V, Crusader, Looney. Thank you so much for being here, Marky, and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for being here, Violet and Rose. I gotta keep scrolling, so many people. Thank you so much for being here, Ocean and Soroka. Thank you so much for being here, Isaac Alonso and RPG Julie. Gotta keep scrolling, a lot of people to thank. Thank you so much for being here as well, Feed Attack. I think that's mostly everyone. But obviously, whether you were here for a minute, an hour, whole stream, you're just lurking or watching the VOD. Hope you had a lovely time. Yes, more Elden Ring later in the week. You know what days I'm gonna be streaming Elden Ring, so I don't need to repeat that to you all, but tomorrow, same time this stream started, we are continuing Shovel Knight King of Cards. King of Cards is actually really, really long, especially since I've kind of been playing it like a completionist, so it's been a wild ride so far, and it's been fun. Alright, yes, who can we raid off into? That is a very good question. I wish to decide this now. I'm saying this out loud to myself, so I commit to it. There's an Elden Ring randomizer stream going on. I'm not gonna raid into that though, because I will get my ass spoiled within like 2 seconds of watching. It'll be like, oh, this random field boss has now been randomized to the final boss of Elden Ring, so I'm gonna steer clear of that. We're gonna go with a safer raid here that's not gonna spoil me on Elden Ring. I'm not raiding that stream, checking this stream. This one started pretty recently. Sure. Let's raid to Saphael. Saphael is a very, very cute Borb VTuber that goes by any pronouns, doing some just chatting at the moment. And in fact, I was recommended their stream by Rose here in chat. Thank you for doing that, by the way. Saphael is awesome. Really, really like their stuff. So let's get that raid up and going. Thank you so much for coming by to stream, everyone. Please have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world. Make sure to stretch and hydrate plenty, as I did throughout the stream, and I will after the stream. And take your meds in case you've forgotten. And the moral of this stream is fuck the Erdtree. Let's set that bitch aflame. Alright, I'll see you all later in the week for more Elden Ring, and tomorrow for some Shovel Knight. Until then, take care. It's raid time, baby. Oh yeah! And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!